Ivan Blarive. That's right. The day after Valentine's Day. A brand new season. Once again, video games were had, D&D games were played, and Ashley made it onto a dating show, so that's special. Good morning, everyone. It's time. We're back. I have decided today I will refuse to end my stream until we finish the piece that we're working on this week. Because tomorrow, it's requests. What the hell are we supposed to do with that, right? So today we finish the Astral Knight. Today we complete the most seminal, important piece of art I've ever made. I mean, so far. I hope it's not the most important. Oh, jeez. That's a pretty low bar to jump over, but hey, good to see you all. Good morning. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD for a fantastic day. It is indeed Thursday. It's Thursday, right? It's Thursday. Good morning, all y'all. What's up, Kitty? What's going on? Xanator, glad you could make it to a stream. Sorry, I have a concussion. That sucks. Had that before. I would say take care of yourself, but let's face it, you're gonna play video games and do what you're gonna do anyway. So, what's up? Yo, Captain Squirrel, what's going on, dude? I'm good. How are you been? How, dude? Seriously, how you been? It's good to see you. Can we take a poll about, in fact, if you will end up finishing the art? I will, Kitty. I will not rest until I finish the art. I have been on top of things recently, Kitty. I took a couple weeks off, get caught up. I made arts. I did things. You know, I'm ready. I feel like I'm getting back to myself a little bit. You know, as far as being caught up and being on top of things, and you know, life in general, which is always like a challenge. You know, as we all know, the world is a busy place. Trying to find time for D&D games and art and everything like that is a challenge sometimes. But now that I'm done Baldur's Gate 3, clearly I have all the free time in the world. Which I'm ashamed to say. I reinstalled it. That's right. After our discussion yesterday, I reinstalled Baldur's Gate. I decided that I'm going to waste my time. I am going to waste my time with an honor mode playthrough.
Flies. We're getting
old. Holy
my breasts
shit.
aren't what they used to be.
Oh god. What's up, Sonya? Hey, listen. I don't know the I don't know the adequate bro response to that. Like, what do you say? What do you say when your bro says, "Yo, my breasts are what they used to be"? You're like, "Ah, nah, bro, you still good." Like, what? How are you supposed to? You know? I don't know. Listen, it's good to see you, Sonya. Thank you for considering me your prime option this month. I appreciate it. How's it going? Good to see you. I got my entire party single-digit health, but then somehow survived. Maybe I should have just thrown 5 dragons at them. You absolutely should have thrown 5 dragons at them. If D&D has taught me anything, it's that more dragons fix more problems. Okay? There's been no issue in my life that my D&D party couldn't handle if I just threw more dragons at them. More dragons are more levels, to be fair. You know, if you wanna chill out and you want a day off, give them a dragon or make them level up. If you want to make the game more exciting, dragon or level up. You want to make them feel rewarded because they're feeling like they haven't gotten anywhere recently, dragon or level up. Listen, the formula for being a great dungeon master, a great game master, is actually pretty easy. I think it's just hard to execute. People think that they need to overcomplicate it. Oh, I need to overcomplicate it. I need to put in, my party needs dramatic backstories, villains, political intrigue, secret messages. They need destiny upon them. No, all D&D players want is more level up and more dragon. So don't overcomplicate it, bro. You got this, Ashy. Ashy, I believe in you. If anyone can kill your party, I believe it's you. And I want you to never let go of that dream and that ambition. You know, you might not have killed them this week, but next week is a new dawn, and I believe in torn character sheets and TPKs are in your future. So cheers, Ashy. I didn't catch the rest of Arundel's stream. What happened after I had to bounce to do some work and other life things, Ashy? Who won the illustrious date with Maple? Yeah, who won? Oh, what's up, Cobalt? Wait, why Crumb in the rain? Is it raining where you live right now, Cobalt? Has it been raining for 6 months? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me that you're crying out for help? All you want is to see the snow-covered landscapes of Canada just decorated with ice glistening in the air, frost on the trees, because you're tired of Bay Area snow, or sorry, rain. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel like that's okay. It's okay. At least it's green there. So, time flies. We're getting old. How about all birds are beautiful, even grannies? I tell no lies, Sonia. I tell no lies. I tell no lies. So I don't know what you expect from me here. So, Dead Hill 1, I lost because Maple hates sub sandwiches. Oh, I thought it was because Maple was terrible at Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I thought that was the reason why. Shit. Well, you know, there's always next year, I guess. Maybe Evangeline competes, you know? Who knows, bro? Who knows? All right, so I did some serious thinking yesterday about the Astral Knight and about the projects I want to do coming up here. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna finish the night today. Then, tomorrow, we're not gonna do anything. Okay? We're gonna do our requests as usual. Then this weekend, I am going to deposit the Astral Sage and or the Astral Knight classes onto Discord. Then, on Tuesday, we're gonna combine the Astral Knight mediocre art that we have with the Astral Sage mediocre art. And we're going to take that and grasp the Astral Knight and Sage classes, and we're going to smash it together. And I'm going to get criticized for making something overpowered and imbalanced and improperly designed. But at least it's going to have pretty art. So, and what I realized is that I need to draw... Here's the thing. The only Astral Sages I've drawn, really, are Ella's characters. The only Astral Knight that I've drawn is Ella's Astral Knight. Okay, I have original concept art of Astral Knights and whatnot, but I realize I have drawn yet to be determined 0 male Astral Knights. One might accuse me of saying they don't exist. So, I need to draw. I need to put an NPC or something like that. We need to do an NPC design of an Astral Knight, because I realize that I'm a little bit imbalanced here as far as our concept art goes, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. We'll get there anyway. Maybe it's next week's project. I don't know. I try not to plan next week's projects out this week. That makes sense. Because I don't really know what I want to work on or what I have to work on. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna see about that. It's gonna be cool either way. Hopefully the night gets finished, at least the class and the art, so that we can drop it soon. Because with the adventure, initially I thought that I should drop the Astral Sage, but I don't know. The night's getting along there, man. It's getting finished a little bit faster. So we might have to do a little reverse switcheroo there for the actual release. Also, exciting news. I did say the album was coming out this month. Dashto has officially submitted it to Spotify for approval. So in the next week or so, it should be available on Spotify, and I'm very excited. He finally finished it all last night. The last little bits of mixing and mastering and whatever audio engineering he's doing, because you know, apparently when you compose orchestral music, it's hard. Yeah, I didn't know. I just thought you just do it, and then you just get it. But apparently you have to do a whole bunch of like audio engineering after the fact. So he has completed that. It has been submitted, and I'm very excited because it means that next week we're going to have official Eldara soundtrack album stuff going on for the stream as well. So it's gonna be a good week. But before that, I need to do my warm-up, and we need to get to our Astral Knight, which we're almost there. And I actually spent a lot of time last night. If you guys weren't here yesterday, I was debating whether or not we were going to do one style of armor or another. I need to do a quick little jewelry design, by the way, for our warm-up. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Do a very quick little jewelry thing for a thing that I'm doing for a friend. So I'm gonna do it as a warm-up. That's what we're gonna do. Anyway, Yeah, I couldn't decide last night if we were going to do a light or dark armor. I think I've decided on light armor for the Astral Knights. I think there's room for the dark armor, but not for what I'm trying to do with the Knights right now. So we have to kind of balance it out a little bit. Figure out where visually certain characters, certain aesthetics are going to go in the world. And I don't know. I think I've figured some shit out. I think we've made some good progress in the last couple days, is I guess what I'm saying. And in addition, I indeed reinstalled Baldur's Gate, as we were talking about yesterday. I wasn't sure if I was going to or not. If I was going to waste my time and do an honor mode playthrough, but I am. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try my hand at it, and I'm going to do it once. And if I get it, I get it. If I don't, then, you know, rip. Rip. Wasn't meant to be. It is what it is. I don't know. Other things we can say to dismiss our disappointment with getting one shot by some dragon 3 acts into the game. I got to do some planning, though. I got to figure out what I want to do for my honor mode playthrough, like what I want to, what kind of build I want, because you can't re-roll stuff in that version. I feel like I didn't really min-max anything in my first playthrough, but honor mode is definitely the place to min-max shit. That's like the most important thing to do when like you're trying to mitigate the RNG aspects of things. So that's gonna be exciting. I'll probably play a little bit on stream. You know, we did a little bit when the game first came out. So I'll probably return to that a little bit, and oh man, we're just gonna chill. It's gonna be a fun couple weeks, I think. I'm looking forward to it. The spring is always a time, I feel like, for me, when I do a lot of cool creative stuff. It's like the spring and the fall are very like kind of opposites, but productive in different ways. You know, I don't know if anyone else relates to this, but for me, the fall is very much like a sort of close in, quiet down, and just like kind of work time for me. And the spring is when I want to like do new shit. Right? There's probably something in there to do with the seasons and renewal and all that, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just overthinking it and creating some sort of like seasonal superstition around it. I'm just trying to follow the pattern, you know? Either way, I'm very excited for the stuff coming up here. Glad I took that time off too, because I feel like I definitely it was an investment, you know, an investment in me getting somewhere a little more comfortable with my work. So hopefully it pays off. I'm sure it will. All right, I do need to do this quick little jewelry design for a friend's project, to which I was proposed last night if I'd be willing to do something, a large collaborative project later on in the year, in like the late part of the summer. And I didn't say anything yet, but I don't know. I think it could be kind of fun. I haven't done any big collaborative projects with any other like creators except for Dashto on the album. That's not really like that massive of a collaborative thing, right? It's kind of like us both doing something together but on our own, you know? So we'll see. But yeah, I'm an actual project for somebody's like big project, like Kickstarter thing they're gonna launch. Who knew, man? Who knew? I just have to I have to make sure that I actually, you know, get my like my work caught up on, the work that I said I was going to get caught up on a year and a half ago. Yeah, I need to finally get that done. That's what I need to do. Finally get to that point, and then we'll be good. That's the goal, I believe. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. If anyone believes in me first, it's always you, Ashley, and I appreciate that. If anyone believes me after the fact, try and farm clout, well, hopefully it's also you. That's all I can say. I'd say making the album is a pretty big collaboration. It is, but it's like I didn't really do anything, I feel like. I just like inspired the entire thing. But that doesn't really, that's not like any direct action, you know, Blaze? It's not like I worked with Dashto to plan out the music or whatever. He just kind of like did it because he's like, hey, we need this, and I'm like, okay. It's very much a handshake and then it's done type thing. I need to become like a famous storyteller, writer, whatever, so that I can hire Dashto full time as my composer, my court composer. Right? Like, I'm always looking for a Baroque patron. And I think that maybe if I can't have a Baroque patron, maybe I can become Dashto's Baroque patron. Like, if you can't find yourself a Baroque patron, then the least you can do is become your homie's Baroque patron. Right? And I will lounge there whilst he composes music. I'm gonna get, like, you know those, like, $50 million houses in, like, LA and shit like that that have, like, a guest house? I'm gonna get me one of those. I'm gonna get me a $50 million house with a guest house, and I'm gonna get Dashto to, like, live in my guest house with a giant grand piano in there. And I'm just gonna let him just write music all day. I'm just gonna, like, pay him a offensively large sum of money to be his Baroque patron and allow him to do whatever he needs to for Eldara. That's what I want to do. You know? Good morning, Azura. What's going on? Hoping to hear back from my collaboration stuff. Should be next few days or so. Wait, wait, that stuff? What, is this a different collaboration stuff, or is this the collaboration stuff? Because I don't know. I'm very invested in this, Ashley. You know, since the beginning of your career, I've been deeply invested in things that you do. I'm, like, emotionally invested. I'm like a proud older brother watching you go off and conquer the world. Actually, I don't know if I'm older than you. I'm probably older than you, but I'm like a proud older brother watching you go off and conquer the world. So I'm, like, deeply invested in the successful endeavors you do. The work that you did that inspired the music isn't nothing, though, but it's also, like, nothing intentional. It was just the stuff that we did in our D&D game, right? It's not like I was intentionally trying to inspire music, right? I just, like, had a D&D game. I saw the foreword that he wrote, though, in the album, and he said some very nice things about me. Some very nice things that made me feel very important and special and inspired. And, like, honestly, I've been trying to focus on the positivity recently. You know, I think it's important. The mental battle, the emotional battle that comes with being a creative person. I think it's tough sometimes. It's not always you know, really difficult, but sometimes it kind of gets rough, you know. And I've had a rough recent sort of, like, little bit, I guess, with that. You know, I've had some difficult conversations with some people. You know, I've been on the other end of some doubt, let's just say. I've had some well, no, I'll just be honest. I've had some serious doubt and pushback from people in my family, you know, over the last couple months that kind of gets to you, you know. And so I've noticed when people have been supportive, more so. I've been trying to sit with it for a minute, you know? Like, you know what's hilarious? The amount of times Ashley says I believe in you in, like, a week keeps me going, you know? And, like, I had an exchange with a friend that's doing a cool project that I couldn't be a part of, and he's like, all right, man, well, I'll keep you in, like, mind for the next one as well. I'm like, cool, thanks, bro. You know, and because I basically said, yeah, I can't be a part of this thing because I don't really have my shit together right now. And he was like, yeah, man, you got this, bro. I believe in you. And I was like, yeah. And you know, it's, like, nice things to hear, but, like, really I've been trying to sit with those kind of sentiments from people, because I feel like we have a negativity bias, you know? And so, like, you have one or two, let's say like 2 or 3 people in your family or whatever that, like, say something negative about you, and you remember it, you know? But then you have, like, 5 or 10 people that you care about their opinions way more, say that, like, really nice things about you, and it's like, for some reason it doesn't register. I'm like, nah, man, you have to make it register. So I'm trying to focus on the positivity. So I really appreciate it. You know, I really appreciate the, you know, when I read the foreword and Dashto said that, you know, how much my world inspired and whatnot, and tried to sit with that. Tried to really, you know, bask in it, right? Enjoy it. Last time we got back to people in about 10 days. We're only on day 5 at the moment. Okay. Well, oh man, all right. It's gonna be a hard week. I mean, obviously, no matter how, like, anxious I am waiting, Ashley, it's probably way worse for you. But hey, I believe it's gonna be sick. I believe in only good news, and when it's not good news, then fuck it. We play video games for a week and get back at it so we can get good news, you know? Knight, one of these days. You know what's weird, Knight? The last like 4 or 5 green dragon checks have all been within about 5 or 10 digits of each other. They've all been around the like 50, like 48 to 55. I feel like the dice are rigged, Knight, to be honest. I feel like Stream Elements, you know what? Coincidentally, no one has won since Stream Elements was installed. I'm just saying, man. You know, is this coincidental? I don't know. Is this some conspiracy, some Stream Elements cabal? Also, I don't know. You know, I'm just an observer. All right, I'm just an observer here, coming to my conclusions about what's going on with our work, what's going on with Stream Elements interrupting my work. You know, the important shit. Most of the time, I expect nothing. Just hope for the best. I have to assume by the 7th view of them, they're at least considering me. Yep. And look, here's the thing. You know what? You know what's fun is that that's useful information. That's super useful information for you to have. So even if things like, it's like yes and no is a binary, but like if you're really smart, like you are, Ashy, about this kind of stuff, you like dig down into the yeses and the nos to figure out what the actual scale is, or you dig into the nos to figure out how to like how to sort of, you know, toggle that yes, which is really interesting. I'm always impressed by the insights that you glean without necessarily like seeming like you're trying too hard for it. So that's, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like a yes with like multiple views is like, or a no with multiple views is like useful information. I don't know. I think you know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, we're crossing our fingers, Ashley. I'm cheering for you. Means I gotta get out. I gotta get my fan art. Shit. I think Evan built the command so no one will ever win and just burn 5k points. Here's the thing, Knight. Do you think that I am seditious, salacious, duplicitous, debaucherous enough to rig my own command? Yeah, fair. Listen, bro, fair. Do you think, though, here's the thing. Here's the crux of it. If we're going to be honest, and say, is Evan all of these things where he would build a command just to waste channel points? Is that a possibility? I'll be honest. We'll be honest. Yeah, that's probably pretty fair, you know? But, do you think I have the energy to write my own commands? That's how you know the command isn't rigged, because if I had right to write my own command, I wouldn't do it. There'd be no commands. So whether or not the mods rigged it, your guess is as good as mine, bro. You know? Can we do a species check on the Sauna monkey? Not sure if we had done them yet. How does that work? The Japanese macaque? Yeah, you mean the hot springs monkey? What are we checking about them, Azura? You got to catch it on a monkey meta. Currently we're on the whale meta, or the chat's mom meta, according to Aduria. When we return back to the monkey meta, we can always do a deep dive on it. But the meta has to change, so I don't know if you wanted a meta level deep dive, or if we're just talking about how adorable and fantastic those monkeys are, and how disappointed I am that I had a chance to go see them last time I was in Japan. Instead, I decided to spend the entire day in Akiba buying Gundams. I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. On the advice of counsel in regards to stream elements being rigged, I would like to invoke my 5th Amendment right under the U.S. Constitution against self-incrimination. Unfortunately, Blaze, this is a Canadian stream, so you have no rights. You barely have any freedoms. Yep. You do get free healthcare, though. So the next time you need to go to doctors or the hospital, just tell them. Just be like, actually, when they hand you the bill, just adjust your glasses and say, oh, actually, you must not know this, but I'm actually a mod in a Canadian stream, so you know I don't have to pay for this health care bill. So, but you also don't get your 5th Amendment right or any other rights. Let's face it, in Canada we have a a video game at best. So, you know, you can search and copy paste. That's still too much work, Knight. I'm not gonna do that much work. I don't even know how to write command and stream. Honestly, I have no idea how to add a command and stream elements. I am a terrible streamer. You know, I got accused the other day, Knight, of somebody saying that I don't accept help. They said, Evan, you need to accept help. And I was like, what do you mean? I accept help all the time. I don't know how to do half the shit to run my stream that I should know. I don't know how to write commands, bro. I don't know either. Dude, come on. What do you mean? I get the mods to do so much shit for me, bro. You know? Sorry, what's up? Guess what? I've submitted my D&D sessions to the Gen Con event system. If it all works out, I'll have 3 sessions to run a couple of hours of Horizon. Oh, shit. It's been submitted? Damn, bro. All right. Now I gotta get the adventure done, bro. Now I gotta get the adventure done. God damn. The pressure's on. We're on whale middle. I can submit a fake whale. The basking shark and whale shark are whales and shark bodies. The whale shark is not actually a shark or a whale in a shark body. The whale shark, as far as I'm concerned, is a giant, lazy golden retriever. Saw a whale shark once in an aquarium in Japan, in Osaka, and he didn't do much. He just kind of laid there. Good for him. I don't think he rigged it. I just think it's funny to run with it. I think it's funny too because somebody will come into chat that doesn't get the joke and will think that it's actually rigged, and then we can point and laugh at them, which is what we've done in the past with people who think that it's rigged. It's like, I'm serious, man. I am willing to spend hours on a green dragon when somebody wins it, but it has to mean something. You know, people have said like, oh, why don't you change it to be like 90% instead of like, you know, like, nah, man. The green dragon check is not a thing for stream. It's a thing for my D&D game. And historically, the green dragon check for decades, in fact, not decades, for decade has been, actually maybe decades, has been a D100, and I will not change it. I will not change it for the whims of people with 5,000 channel points. For it will deprive the actual winners. Do you really want to win a green dragon check on a 93? Nah, come on, man. Nobody wants to win a green dragon check on a 93. You want that 100. That's how it goes. Need the adventure. I mean, I just make up a whole thing, but that's not the point. Yeah. Dude, I gotta get on it, bro. I gotta get on it. I will get on it. I gotta figure some shit out. I gotta finish writing it. I'm just really nervous, man. I'm so nervous, Tari. I'm so nervous it's gonna be bad. You know, I'm just nervous it's gonna be poorly written, or it's not gonna fit the style of like DMs that they want. I'm just scared. I'm not confident. I got negative self-talk. I'll get there though. Don't worry. We'll get there. All right, jewelry complete. This is all right. Fancy, nice, cool. We're gonna put that over there and forget about it until I need to send it to somebody. Okay, so yesterday we got pretty far along with our Astral Knight design. Today, I will finish this piece. We will finish this character for Ella, for Rohan, for our people, or whatever. I don't know. I feel like I need to be hyped up once in a while when I'm you know, about to do something kind of mediocre, but I want it to feel like it's, you know, more important. So I gotta get up there. All right. Hold on, let me adjust some things. I gotta move my windows around. I gotta get ready. I gotta get into painting mode, you know? I just turned on my computer this morning and hit go live. I was unprepared and pretty ill organized is what. So let me just adjust some things so I can get some shit. We can get some shit done today, all right? We can have a good, nice, long stream, relax, get our work done. Oh, that's not what I want to do. All right, we're good. You know what? Fair. Fine. The advice of counsel which give my right, invoke my right under Canadian Charter Section 13 against self-incrimination. There you go. Yep. Just like orcas are sharks and whale bodies. Yeah, they're assholes, right? Depends on what aspect of your life you're talking about, but I totally agree to the stream side. I agree, you definitely do. Look, I'm trying, Knight. One day I'll actually succeed, but we're trying. I see it looking up basking shark though. They're puppies. Wait, what is a basking shark? Hold on. A basking shark is... Yeah, I mean... that's something. That's certainly something. Okay, dude. All right, listen. Listen, bro. Listen. Does mouth close? I don't know. I wouldn't think too hard about it. It's doing its best, all right? Okay, we have our dark and light armor. Ooh. I've decided and elected upon the light armor, okay? I like the contrast. I need there to be contrast. Oh god, but when I look at the dark, it looks so good. Shit, I got nowhere over the last 16 hours. Damn it, I thought I decided this. Shit. Because for people like me who have gotten 95 or 99s, even when you hit that 100, it'll be so sweet. It will be. It'll matter. And that's why I don't want to deprive people of like it really mattering. For Rohan, for the horn the Hornberg or whatever, I don't know. For Frodo, we're gonna do it today, Kitty. I'm not gonna back down. We're gonna get this piece done for Ella, okay? Her Astral Knight will not be compromised. All right. I left painting her armor until the end because I still wasn't sure what we're gonna do. And you know what? Today, I'm still gonna leave it for the end. We're gonna draw our sword first, okay? I'm gonna completely bitch out of drawing her armor for a little bit longer. For just a little bit longer, okay? You can't get mad at me. I'm doing the responsible thing here, okay? That's what I'm telling myself. I'm hoping for anyway, so. But you know, I've been really working on this style for a while, and I'm really proud that I'm finally kind of getting somewhere where I'm feeling confident enough to do actual work in it. Like, I always like to use Ella's characters as, like, guinea pigs for how to develop a new style or a new, like, technique or something like that. And then I can do, you know, important stuff, like commissions and shit in it. So it's always, like, a multifaceted victory for me when I figure some shit out. Pretty proud of it. The blue armor looks sweet. I know, it looks good. I don't know, man. Are there any cosplayers in chat that could advise me how to make the armor? No, stop. You're not making Astral Knight armor, Ella. And besides, you have a 3D printer. You don't need the advice of professional cosplayers. You need a 3D printer, which you already have. Now you just need to 3D model it and then print it. Then after that, you're not going to wear this to the Ren Fair, are you? Please tell me you're not planning on dressing up like your D&D character for Ren Fair. Wait, are you home, Ella? I must investigate, but I could wear the red. No, stop. I already said no. See, I knew, man. I already knew. Thought the metal would be super heavy to wear. Metal would be super heavy to wear, yeah. I'm not costume, but I think people have made armor out of thin foam sheets. Yes, yeah. That's the general rule. It's like a pliable foam thingy or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. So Kitty, we have to go to Ren Fair. I'm really disappointed about it. Ella got invited to a local Ren Fair here as an artisanal market vendor, as a dice maker first. So we have to dress up. I mean here's the thing. Y'all worry about what Ella's gonna wear. What the fuck am I gonna wear? Because I'm gonna go with her because it's a little bit of a drive away, and I'm not gonna make her go across the province alone. I'm gonna drive with her and go to Ren Fair with her. So I'm gonna have to go to Ren Fair as well. I don't want to go to Ren Fair, bro. Last time I heard anyone talk about Ren Fair was Fox talking about why I shouldn't go to Ren Fair. You know, so I'm nervous. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how to act. Last time I was at Ren Fair, it wasn't Ren Fair, it was the Society of Creative Anachronism. And if you called the Society of Creative Anachronism Ren Fair, they got real pissy. All right, they turned into little bitch baby boys real quick. So, you know, where's the burlap sack? All right, I probably would. I would too. Use EVA foam and spray it. It'll be lighter than actual metal or leather, but it won't protect or be a defensive, Viddy. What happens if Ella is attacked by an army of fighting Uruk-hai? All right, what is she supposed to do then? How would you recommend she defend herself if we are at Ren Fair and we are attacked by an army of fighting Uruk-hai from the Dark Tower or Orthanc in the Dark Lord Saruman's Palantir gaze? What about all that, Viddy? That's what I fucking thought. 3D printing would take too long with the printer. I could hollow the pieces out, but I feel like it would be kind of uncomfortable. Maybe. I don't know. You have to model a certain way. I see people print chainmail and FDM printers. Yeah, chainmail you can do pretty easy, I think, right? Shirtless and shoulder paladin, be the hottest barbarian there. You know I'm not going to be my true Giga Chad form by this summer, right? Yeah. I'm still gonna be the pudgy barbarian. I don't know what I'm gonna wear, bro. I don't know what I'm supposed to wear at Ren Fair. I'm scared. I'm nervous. What if the hot elf maidens judge me? How am I supposed to score the number of a hot barmaid elf maiden if I don't look the part, you know? I just want like an old nerd, like a 50-ish year old woman to like hit on me at Ren Fair. That's all I want. So I gotta present myself in a certain way, I guess. I don't know. I'm good. Don't worry. The funniest players. Okay, side story from yesterday's session. I gave them a restful bed rule. Whoever sleeps on it gets 1d8 temporary hit points at the start of the day. The party argued over who gets it, but in reverse, the shaman literally insisting, I am the one with nature. I can sleep in a ditch just fine. Give them the magic items to fight over without actually expecting them to use them for anything important. That's what you're supposed to do, Ashy. That's the mark of the expert DM that I knew you were. I like it. I approve. I approve. You're probably dead either way, regardless of what you're wearing. You'll run faster in foam than leather or metal, at least. That's true. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm overthinking this, probably. Dude, I just want to look good at my first Ren Fair, okay? I know it's gonna be a pretty small one too, because like I don't think we have any big Ren Fairs out in Canada, but apparently it's growing. Apparently they're doing a lot of marketing for this one, a lot of advertising. It's gonna be like an event. They're trying to make it like a Western Canada's like premier Renaissance fair. And it becomes some big event, and Ella's like an original OG vendor there. That's gonna be pretty big, man. It's gonna be pretty cool. I don't wanna ruin anything by you know, not looking the part, right? Maybe I'd be that awkward guy that shows up in Amazon Ren, like, I don't know, Ren Fair gear outfit. I'll just Amazon it. I'm sure that'll work, right? Or you go to another fair, says cosplay convention first, go ask people who walk around in armor. I don't think there is another one that I can think of that we could go to here. Like, you're right. That's a good place to start, obviously. But I don't think there's another event here that we could go to. There's not really any big like events, like cosplay events in Calgary I can think of. We could go like into BC maybe. I don't know. There is one event that we could go to. There is one event. But I am worried about it.
Balanoptera musculus.
Give me a minute, Daria. I will just entertain me a minute real quick before I can look at today's meta. So there is one event we could go to. The question is it worth it? Yeah. OdaFest is Calgary's volunteer-run nonprofit all-ages Japanese anime and pop culture festival featuring anime screenings, an exhibitor hall, community panels, cosplay contests, voice actors, concerts, and so much more. Is it worth it to learn how to make Renaissance fair armor? Is it worth it to go to the Weeb convention? To the Weeb convention. Now, here's the thing. I am not going to make any judgments on anyone. All right? What I choose to say now is a reflection of my own choices and my own, conclusions I've come to from my experience in this life, okay? I reserve no judgments for anyone else, what you choose to do or anything. Having said that, I made a promise myself. I made a promise to myself when I was 14. It was 2004. I was at OdaFest. I was at OdaFest with my two friends. All right. It was a thing. I was at OdaFest. It was at the this is back when it was smaller. It was at the university in Calgary, not at the big convention center. Okay, it was more of like a actual film festival type thing. And I remember seeing somebody, a group of beardy boys, aged men, graybeards, as we like to call them, walking the show, interacting with the people. And I remember thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to have to hang it up at some point, aren't I? I'm going to get too old to go to OdaFest, aren't I? One day, when I'm older, I'm not going to be able to go to OdaFest anymore. And I said this to my friend. And I turned to her. And I said, I'm not going to be able to go to, we're not going to be able to go to OdaFest for the rest of our lives. She's like, why not? We'll go every year. I'm like, no, we're going to be too old at some point in time. And she's like, please, you're never going to be too old to go to an anime convention. And I'm like, I pointed and I said, do you want to be that? And she looked at the group of like elder statesmen walking through the convention. She's like, oh, fuck, yeah, you're right. We're going to get too old to go to OdaFest at a certain point in time. Not because we don't want to anymore, but because we're going to have to recognize that there's a certain like youthful spree with anime conventions and I feel aged out. So I said to myself, all right, I can go to an anime convention as much as I want until the day I turn 30. Then once I turn 30, I can't go to an anime convention anymore. I can go to comic conventions. Comic-Con's fine. Comic-Con's for the graybeards. I can go to BlizzCon. I can go to PAX. I can do whatever that shit. But I can't go to anime conventions once I hit 30. I told myself that. So you can disagree, man. You can be like, hey, I'm 38 and I go to anime conventions. And you know what? God bless you. Go for it, man. But for myself, I made a pact. And I don't know if we break it. I don't know if I break it to go to an anime convention to ask them about how to cosplay for a Renaissance fair that I have to get dragged to in the fucking summer. Oh god. All right, Aduri, let's see what the meta is today. You know what? I'm just gonna pop this on stream. The blue whale. Let's see. For the whale meta, I'm gonna give it probably a much higher score than you'd think. I'm gonna give it a 9.8. I'm gonna give it a 9.8. 9.8. Yep. Yep. If the meta this week is various depictions of Chat's mom, I'm gonna give this one a 9.8. Yeah, I think this is a great, you know, this just it just screams out of 10. Yep. 9.8. We're giving it a 9.8. Aduria has decided that this week is the whale meta week, and I'm gonna give it otherwise known as Chat's mom's meta week, so I'm gonna give it a 9.8. That's a great whale, man. It's a great whale. Good job. Good shit, bro. So yeah, I'm unsure, man. I'm unsure if I can actually go to Otafest this year. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest, if I'm gonna be comfortable going to Otafest. I understand when I say shit like that, people think that I'm judging people who are over the age of 30 that go to anime conventions, and I'm absolutely not. So I had to clarify, quantify that all of that was a me thing. You know, I also knew when I was like 14 or around that age, I knew that at some point in time I was going to have to give up anime. I was going to have to give up anime, or I was going to have to transition in my anime tastes, right? Right? Like when you're like 39, you have like 3 kids. You can't be watching like rom-com fucking like Japanese idol anime. All right? I don't want to weird my kids out. So I knew I'd have to transition to like Berserk and shit like that only, you know? So wait until tomorrow I have one little top it. If it's literally like a picture of Blaze's mom or something like that, you're right. I'm going to give that a 10. Yeah. Like you read about that. I'd have to give that an easy. It depends on how like deep you're going in the meme. Give me a sec. Which I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know how committed you are to the meme. You know? I believe either way. Whale. Let's leave Chat's mom out of this. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Crimson. Is there a better place to promote than Project Build Eldara? You mean than the anime convention? Probably. I don't know. You think anime nerds would be into my dumb nerd thing? I feel like I'm automatically disconnected with the anime community though, because I don't play gacha games. The anime community stopped watching anime and started playing gacha games, so I feel like I'm kind of like out of it a little bit, right? I'm on the outside now. I'm not the cool anime watching dude I used to be. So. What's going on, Rag? Good to see you. Didn't get in for a table? Good. I would not have gone to Otafest with you. I wouldn't have been able to. I can't. Ella, I'm sorry. Wait. Shank? Shrank Re La Frontier. What the fuck is that? Is that an anime? Are we talking about something completely different? I'm a little confused here, alright? You have to help me out. Ooh, you know what we need to do? We need to do a dark color thing for our line work. Forgot about that. Forgot about that for our metal. It matters. At least the pieces of it that are in sort of light, we need to have be shiny. The dark bits are fine, but lighter bits we need to have a gradation in the line work color. It is? I've never heard that. Is this some ancient ass shit, or is that some new age fucking weeb stuff? Shrank Re La Frontier. Oh, Shangri-La? Shangri-La Frontier. Oh, Thorkin recommended this. Thorkin recommended this shit. Yeah. I think so anyway. I think Thorkin recommended it. Yeah, you got a little birdie boy. And fucking Dragon Ball Z. And yeah, it looks good. I don't know, I haven't watched anime in a while. I want a good fantasy anime. I think I need to watch Goblin Slayer, the new season. I want something a little Goblin Slayer-y, I feel like. You know? I want something that gives me Berserk vibes. You know what I want? Here's what I want. I'm gonna give you a very specific reference that I assure you no one in this chat will get, but I will still venture it on the off chance. I want a fantasy anime that is Escaflowne for guys. That's what I want. That's very, very specific. It's a very specific request, all right? I don't think anyone under the age of 38 knows what I'm saying talking about Escaflowne, so I'm gonna date myself there, all right? It's okay, I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind, whatever. Were you saying Escaflowne was for girls? Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean? They literally, yep. It was Gundam for girls. That's what they want. Wait, so you just want fantasy Gundam? That's the joke, idiot. Anyway, it's like if you're a game nerd, you like it. All right, maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. Yeah, who knows? I could be persuaded. I could be tempted for less. Maybe I'll watch some of the newer stuff. Maybe there's some new anime out there that will invigorate my soul. That's all I want. I just want to be electrified, man. I want some new anime. I want to be inspired, bro. What's Escaflowne? Escaflowne. Escaflowne was a fantasy sci-fi anime from the 90s. Yeah. It was basically a Gundam like mecha show made for a female audience. It was a shoujo. Gundam was meant for a male audience. Escaflowne was written as a shoujo. And I liked it. I didn't care what people said about me. You can't like Escaflowne, it's for girls. You shut up, nerd. I like what I like. I'm gonna watch Escaflowne and not feel bad about it, alright? Now, I draw the line at Fruits Basket, but, you know. There it is. What if I always want Gundam? You have not watched Gundam Wing yet, Ellen. I think you should. Yep. You've watched Iron Blooded Orphan so many times, and I think you need to watch Gundam Wing. That was the Gundam that I grew up on. That was my age group's Gundam when I was a teenager. It was Gundam Wing. And then immediately after Gundam Seed. But I used to stay up and watch Gundam Wing on YTV. And it was on at like 11 p.m. or whatever. And I was so lucky. My friends were also jealous because I had a TV in my room. This is back before like everyone had their own PC and laptop and phone and whatever. The fact that I had a TV in my room made me literally king shit in my friend group. They all thought that I was some rich, spoiled, princely, you know. I thought I was the shit. And you know what? I was. Yeah, bro. I'd watch Gundam Wing before bed. My Jesus. God, why is that alert so loud in my headset? What the fuck? God damn, Crimson. Holy shit. Thank you for the 500 subs. Jeez, man. What the fuck? You don't do that, Crimson. Crimson, stop. Crimson, bro, you don't do that, man. I'm just happy you're here. I know how busy you are, man. I'm just happy you can just come and just chill and just relax and say what's up. I'm good. I'm good, all right? Fuck, man. That's Jesus. Thank you for the 500 subs, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for bringing 5 people to the guild and saying, hey, don't worry about it. You don't gotta watch ads because ads on Twitch are oppressive and that's tough. So thanks, Crimson. Thanks for 500 subs. I appreciate that, man. That's very kind of you, bro. I definitely don't deserve that. I'm done shit. I just dude, come on. I just been fucking rambling, bro. Come on, man. Fuck. I appreciate that. Thank you, Crimson. That's huge, bro. I don't know, man. It makes me emotional. Thanks, dude. Seriously. That's very kind. It's extremely generous, highly unnecessary, and massively undeserved on my end. But all I can do is say thank you for the subs and promise to endeavor to be a streamer worthy of it one day. Worthy of the support. So thank you, man. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Got 1,200 plus giving subs here. Yeah, what the fuck? God damn, man. That's gotta be a record on Twitch. Like somewhere. Like, I don't know. That's gotta be a fucking record. That's seriously. That's oh my god. Ah. Okay, shit. Fuck. I missed stuff. I need to. Will I cry more or less than IBO? You will cry not at all for Gundam Wing. Alright. You want me to show you the Gundam Wing vibes? Here. The birthday invitation. This you want to know the vibes from Gundam Wing, Ella? I'll show you the vibes from Gundam Wing, okay? This is Gundam Wing in a nutshell. Alright, here we go. This is Gundam Wing. Let me just we'll just remove that. Okay, alright. Wait, no, I need in English. It's funnier in English. It's way funnier in English. There you go. Okay. Okay, this is way funnier in English. This is Gundam Wing. This is the 90s right here. This is peak 90s. No, there's no splat.
Relena? Here you go. It's an invitation to my birthday tomorrow. I hope you'll be able to make it to the party.
Yep.
But why?
I'll kill you.
Fucking love the
What kind of
90s.
person is he?
Oh god, this show's fucking amazing, man. That's a Gundam show, by the way. That's about a show about giant robots. Oh god, that never gets that never doesn't get me. I love Gundam Wing. It's amazing. It is so dramatic before being dramatic was funny. Right? Like, you know, in the era of anime where being overly dramatic was like seen as cool, it's unironically that dramatic. So yeah, Gundam Wing's right. You gotta watch Gundam Wing. It's it's good. It's a good time. It's a good watch. Ugh, fuck. No splat though. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's excused if you're just gonna kill her. Exactly. Yeah, that's fine, right? She's like some political princess, whatever. It's good, man. Gundam Wing's good. It's a good watch. It's so 90s, and like in the best way possible. I miss 90s anime so bad sometimes. You know? If any of you guys have experience with 90s anime, you know what I'm talking about. 90s anime just had this, like, you know what it was? You know what it was? Okay, you know, I can tell you exactly what the magic was behind 90s anime. 80s, 70s anime started to set the trend. 80s anime evolved it. 90s anime, they began to perfect it. Okay? But what happened in the 2000s? What happened in the 2000s is it became too valuable to not be formulaic. It's like how, you know how movies were great at a certain point in time? We had a great era of movies, and then now movies are just kind of like formulaic. It's like, oh, it's just gonna be like Avengers, whatever, or like this or that. Like movies are predictable and boring for the most part now, right? A lot of people say. And like that golden era of movies, it happened with anime too, where anime was, the 90s were the highest height that anime reached without becoming formulaic trash. Now there's still good anime between the 90s and now. In the 2000s and the 2010s, there's still good anime. But in general, as a whole, the consistency of anime became much more trash-filled because there was so much money at stake, and the studio doesn't want to invest money into a project unless they know it's going to be a banger, right? So they only invest in projects that are basically the same as this other successful project. So you get one show that is cute girls doing cute things, whether it's like cute girls on a boat, cute girls on a farm, cute girls on a sports team, cute girls camping, cute girls going to Antarctica, whatever it is, you know, now it's all you get for, or at least for a while, it's all you got because it's what worked. But the 90s anime is when they were willing to experiment and do weird shit and take themselves way too seriously, even though they probably shouldn't have. Which I think is a glorious time in the media of any medium, I think. That era where you're allowed to do weird, dumb shit, take yourself too seriously. You get very honest, get very honest shows and stuff like that. Stuff that ages really well or ages hilariously. It's like you get Gundam Wing and Cowboy Bebop somehow in the same, you know, breath or whatever. You know, I was thinking I have a girlfriend, but that's way funnier. Yeah, it's probably a lot better. You know, I think I said, dude, I said that. No, I just what? Cell phone? It's over there. It's charging. You're good. Why do you miss cell phone? Okay. Okay. All right. Whatever. I got invited to a dance by this really sweet girl in high school, and she was a Gundam fan, and I wanted to say no, but I didn't know how to turn her down. So I like dramatically picked up a piece of paper and just ripped it in front of her, and then like walked to her side and just whispered, "I'll kill you," and just left class. And I could hear her say to one of my friends when I was leaving, she's like, "I guess that's a no then." Oh man, we were so cringy and so hilarious. I should have said yes. Fuck. The Antarctica one was cozy camping. Were actually good though. They were good, but like, you know, they're formulaic. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy was a good movie, but can anyone say it's original? Is my phone charged? Yeah. What did you do with it? Oh, okay. No, her name was Kim. She was before we, yeah. It was that was grade 10. So yeah. No, she was sweet, but apparently. Love you too. Yu Hack Show's top tier. It was. Yep. 90s must have been fun. The 90s were great. 90s were great. 90s are really I'm glad that I got to experience the 90s, you know? I got to experience 90s anime. But like all that cool media, you can still go back and like experience, you know? There are certain parts of the 90s that I'll admit you can't really reclaim, you can't really experience. So like for instance, 90s after school television. You can't really get back in there. You know, it's just not gonna hit the same way. You can watch old episodes of whatever show it is, and they don't necessarily hit the same way. But things like 90s anime and 90s games, you can still play. You can still watch. And it holds up. I mean, like, fuck's sakes, people say that, like, Cowboy Bebop is, like, the greatest anime of all time. A lot of people say that. And it was made, what, 94? 98? Somewhere around there? I'm thinking of a divisible by 2 number. Cowboy Bebop. When did it come out? 98. Yeah, okay. 98. Second guess was right. So yeah, man, you can still go back and, you know, like a lot of people consider one of the best anime of all time, 1998. You can go back and see all that shit. You can get the good parts of the 90s, the music, the movies, the TV shows. You can get most of it today, and it still holds up. A lot of it doesn't, but is Guardians of the Galaxy original? Well, Guardians of the Galaxy is sort of what the reference that a lot of people use for Marvel movie formulaic stuff, right? That kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy style dialogue. So Guardians of the Galaxy may have been more original when it came out, but everything else that is referencing it is derivative. That's why you'd refer to it in that way. You know? Hey Arnold still hits. Hey Arnold. That's true. Aren't they still like making... I thought I saw like a Super Bowl commercial with Hey Arnold in it. I don't know. I was surprised. 90s D&D was good, but I think 2000s D&D was the best. 2000s was when 3.5 was out. Actually, when did 3.0 come out? When did 3.0 and 3.5 come out? D&D 3.0 release date. So 3.0 was 2000, okay. And 3.5 was probably what, 2006? 2003. Okay, yeah, so we had 3.5 right before we went to high school. So yeah, that's about right. What a great time to play D&D. That time between 3.5 and 4.0, because 4.0 was like 2010, I believe, right? Maybe it was earlier than that. D&D 4.0 release date. 4.0 was 2008. Okay, so I'm bouncing ahead a little bit. But yeah, that like 2003, 2002, all the way to 2008 for D&D was like a great time for the sport, as it were. And then we have the Dark Ages is 4.0, where no one except Ashley of Heart was excited for it. And then the 5.0 Dark Times. The thing I appreciate about 5.0 though is that you can add 3.5 rules in where you see fit. Like, you know, it's a rule from 3.5 I still use? Flat-footed and touch AC. I don't know why they got rid of it. Seems dumb to me. But I still use it in my games. Pokemon is how you make anime formulaic. Yeah. Yeah. See which derivative is my favorite joke insult right now? Derivative? You just call something derivative and to be toxic? Saffron, is that your jam right now? Damn, bro. Your homie walks up and you call his fit derivative? That's cruel. That's rough. I respect it though. There you go. I respect it. 3 only exists for 3 years. Interesting. Yeah, it was. I thought it was longer. I thought it was like 4 years and 4 years, or 4 years and 5 years. But I guess it was 3 and 3. So 3.5 was glorious. All the crazy books. So like, here's an example of formulaic bullshit. Wizards was willing to release a lot more weird stuff in 3.5 era, and they stopped doing it in 4.0 and really stopped doing it in 5.0. Like, I'd be curious to look up if there's some way to look it up to see how many books were released for 3.5 and 3rd edition, how many books were released for 4th edition, and how many books were released for 5th edition. You know? There was some weird shit that they released for 3rd edition 3.5. And it was all good stuff too, man. It was all good shit. There was some like overpowered dumb stuff like, you know, Book of Psionics or whatever. But like, man, let me be a boomer for a second here. Let me show you what true power gaming looked like. Right here. With 2 books. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at it. Look at it. The Book of Exalted Deeds and the Book of Vile Darkness. Oh my god, these books were amazing. You know, this was when WotC was willing to do weird shit, you know? The Book of Vile Darkness had some dark shit in it. It was aptly titled. And the Book of Exalted Deeds was just overpowered paladin cleric-y bullshit. But this was like, to me, this is like the highlight of D&D at its peak. Is Book of Exalted Deeds, Book of Vile Darkness, and everything since then has been trying to simply return to the greatness that was the release of these 2 books. So, I don't know. That's my boomer moment for the day, alright? I mean, I probably had a boomer moment when I was talking about 90s anime, but that's even more so, actually. Let's mic up real quick. Alright, we good. We good. The Book of Vile Darkness is sold for hundreds not too long ago. Some of the rare stuff, apparently. Really? Do I have one? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think I have one. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. This is the good shit, man. This is the good shit. Y'all ready? Y'all fucking ready? This is it, man. Look at it. Ooh. Ooh. The Book of Vile Darkness in the paper, in the cardboard, in the wood. The Book of Vile Darkness, man. There it is. There it is. It's so beautiful. You got balls emblems. Ooh. God damn. Look at, oh, and then. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the precious stuff right here. This is what we live for as DD players. Yep. This is what we got. Oh man, the book's so pretty. What is, okay, the Book of Vile Darkness. This is so D&D shit. It says on the back, only the most indomitable mind dare to look upon the malevolent thoughts and forbidden secrets bound herein. This corrupt tome is filled with deplorable wisdom, malignant ideas, and descriptions of creatures' rites and practices most foul. Evil permeates every word and image inscribed within it. Quote, Orcus, demon prince of the underworld. Oh, you ready, man? You ready? You ready? And then, of course, the Book of Exalted Deeds says in the back, strike down evil with the sword of enlightenment. Only those who are pure in word, thought, and deed may look upon the knowledge gathered within this blessed tome. For the binding truths inscribed within offer nothing but redemption or destruction for the wicked. May these consecrated pages forever illuminate the paths of the righteous. Quote, Raziel, the Crusader, ruler of the Platinum Heaven. That's some D&D shit right there. That's some, you can roll that shit up. That's some D&D shit right there. That's pure D&D. God damn. God damn. What a 5e book say on the back of them. What a 5e book say on the back of them. Here in this tome is the pissy little whiny baby book for people who don't know how to calculate flat-footed AC. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Relax. I'm kidding. The Warcraft D&D crossover was 3.52 if I recall. The Warcraft D&D crossover book was 3.0. And yes, and I have it. And it's amazing. The Warcraft D&D crossover book is one of the best places for the origination of certain lore concepts that are still found in Warcraft today. They'll reference back to the first time you heard about the reference of this thing or that entity or this order or whatever. They actually reference back to the Warcraft TTRPG D&D crossover. It wasn't especially a D&D crossover book. It was more a D20 system book, but that was back when Wizards was like licensing out their D20 system, you know, like candy. So yeah. I'm incorrect for how many books I have. Underestimated how many books 5e has. Roughly 40 to 50. Really? Interesting. You can take the Book of Vile Darkness as a print on demand on the DM's Guild. Really? That's sick, actually. I feel like bad for my books. You don't wrap your books in plastic bags. You don't bag your books, Cobalt. What do you read your books? What you don't bag your books and tape them shut, nerd? Yeah, what? Really? No, it's in decent condition, actually. The Book of Vile Darkness that I have is in really good condition. Exalted Deeds is a little bit scuffed, but I'd say these are pretty minty, especially for books that were like used, loved, and yeah, this is pretty good. This book was $32 US. MSRP $32.95. Well, now I just made it all of us sad. All right. I'm sorry about that. My bad. Well, shit. Yeah. D&D books used to be $30. Fuck. All right. That's fine. It's fine. We'll get over it, man. Okay. Let's finish this sword up. Finish this sword and we'll move on. I'll stop stalling and actually paint the armor out. People, when I stand corrected, we used to use that for WoW role-playing reference too. So much extra Darkspear lore in there. Yeah, like Shadow Hunters, like the book had the Shadow Hunter class in it, which was super cool. A friend of mine actually played a Shadow Hunter in our 3.5 D&D game, and it was a little bit clunky to transfer over, but it transfers. You know, $30 back in the day, not like it's $50. Yeah. Look at the back of my 5e DM's guide. It's very boring. What is the back of like? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why Wizards, like, the one thing I never got about the 4th edition books and the 5th edition books is why they took the nerdy fantasy out of it. Like, they used to make these books look like in-world tomes. Like, the 3.5 PHB is the most beautiful D&D book they've ever made, I think. The 3.5 PHB looked like this. Like, right? It's like this, like, jeweled tome with, like, metal, you know, parts on it. It looks like it opens up this, like, latch or whatever, and there's, like, a sword, you know, through a book and whatever, and it has this cool text and has the Dungeons and Dragons logo, and then everything's like weathered. sort of like brassy gold. Like they used to do this shit. You know, the 3.5 DMG was like really pretty too. You know, I mean, this is the 3.0 one. 3.0 was like really good. But like 3.5 DMG was like super pretty and had these like engravings in it, this cool like metal trim and whatever. And I actually forgot the monster manual looked like. Okay, all right, you think you're funny. You know, like look at this, dude. Look at this book. It has like dragon scale and like an embedded dragon eye with like jewels and gold, and you know, it looks like a book that you would find in your D&D world, that you were opening a tome that you found it, like, right? And it's like, then they did like 4.0 monster PHB, and they kind of took away a little, you know, it's like, okay. Yeah, I mean, you got some art on it, I guess. You know, and then the 5th ed one is like, okay. Yeah. You know, it just doesn't have the like, doesn't have the soul that like the 3.5 books did. The 3.5 books did, in my opinion. You know? Alright, whatever. Whatever. Enough elderly man yells at Cloud for the day. Wait, these are $150? No way, no shot. There's no way these are $150. Fuck out of here. $30 damn is quite expensive. Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't that bad back in the day, I guess. In the world, tomes are now standard for art books, but are rather the alternative art books. You get to pay more. Yes, it's oh man. So those books are a lot. You know, I get it though. You can make a dust cover with that art if you do like to create your They do like to create for your new books. Yeah, it's true, you could. But like I find dust covers are a little bit annoying. You know, they're a little bit hard to I feel like they get kind of torn up, right? Especially if you're like, because like your books, you're using them. Like you always take the dust cover off to like read a book, right? You know, I feel like if you're like referencing your book and flipping through the pages or whatever, you're not really, you know. But then again, like realistic answer, who actually uses their 5e books anymore? You know, we talk a lot about wanting 5th ed books like physical, but like, do people actually use their 5e books for their games? Like I don't see it happen all that often. I see most people using either D&D Beyond or a PDF they download, you know, on the computer, and they just reference or go through the page or whatever. Like very few friends that I know play D&D with a physical book. There's a couple people, but like it seems like the majority, most people are just playing with like the digital version. And you know, I guess, you know, there's no judgment. That's what you're doing. That's what you want to do. But like it's a little sad for me. I am elderly man who yells at Cloud today, so you use them, all right. Serious considering to collect my desk covers in like one of those storage / transport flatbacks. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be decent actually. They only see the spine anyway. That makes sense. It's a good way of doing it, I guess. It seems like a lot of work though, Jacob. I don't know. Well, it's just the main 3: PHB, DMG, and Xanathars. Ooh, okay. That's fair. There's still some people out there that use them, I guess. All right, fair enough. Some of y'all still into it. Most people, though, I think, most D&D players just use it digitally. And like, I get it. I mean, it's 2024. People don't want to deal with like lugging books around. Like, you know what I really wonder? I really wonder what. It's not like D&D is not like a game that I say like, oh, D&D is a game made for kids or whatever. You know, like yesterday I was saying Pokemon, the target audience is 10-year-olds, right? Adults can enjoy Pokemon, sure. That's fine. But like the target audience for Pokemon games 10-year-olds. It's not like D&D's target audience is 10-year-olds or whatever, or kids. But I do wonder what like your average high school D&D group does. You know? That set the tone for my D&D career for a long time, is what we did in high school. I wonder what the average group of like 15-year-olds playing on a Friday night after school, are they all digital? They just use their phones and D&D Beyond and whatnot, or do they still use books? Like, are the books just a vestige of the old generation? Are they us old people just using, you know? Like I wonder about that sometimes. I don't know if it's worthwhile to investigate, but I'd be curious how people who are like not tech indulged adults do it. That would really surprise me if they were the ones using books too. Because like also, here's the thing, man, if you're 15 years old right now, you don't use books. I bet you don't even use books at school. I bet all your books are digital. I wonder what a classroom looks like. I wonder if it's all digital now. Kids are just using their laptops and shit. Like, when is the last generation going to be that carries a binder around, or has it already happened? Do kids just not carry binders anymore, or do they? Is all computer and laptops and shit, or is that like that at the rich schools? I don't know, man. I don't know. Suppose that would sort of set the tone for how you treat your D&D game, right? Doing the same shit that you did at you know, for the rest of your media management. Okay. All right. I think we're almost there. I think we're about ready. One last decision here between dark and light. One last little... I have to think about like lore implications and stuff as well. About using them using like dark versus light armor. Now the original Astral Knights, the original Astral Knights use dark armor. You use dark black armor. There's two references we have here. We have our Astral Knight original sketches. Let me just get that up. Okay, we have this original sketch, the small little quick original sketch we did. And then we also have the Squire of Amelia. Pull it? Nah, I'm not gonna pull it. I don't want to leave important decisions to committee. So we have two vibes here. The original Astral Knight was gonna be all sort of like dark. But the original Astral Knight was also more in the sort of like World of Warcraft Death Knight, Final Fantasy Dark Knight. Like, it was much darker. And didn't fit the astral sort of aesthetic that we're going for as much. You know? And then when we moved into the Astral Sage designs, the one for... Because we'll show the evolution here, and we can elucidate something here. Then we did Ella's Astral Sage by the name of Scarlet. And for this, I created some like cloud-like patterns. I referenced this cloud pattern in her Astral Knight as well. Right? Same sort of thing. So that helped evolve it. And it was all very dark colors, right? Dark. I imagine these are as dark grays and blues and maybe some purples and stuff in here for her Astral Sage, right? But then the sort of dark and light armor really became kind of something I like in this character, in Natalie. And this is Ella's Squire. We're designing these characters for Ella. So Natalie's sort of dark and light armor sort of informed some of this. Man. Because the thing is, this is not an individual thing. This is going to be a setting the tone for Astral Knights type thing. This is going to be a setting the scene. You know, the sort of like the individual things about her, like, you know, her individual tunic or whatever, those can be changed from Astral Knight to Astral Knight. But I feel like the armor and the weapon are very much indicative of what their order looks like. This is like we are deciding on something conceptually that's going to affect Astral Knights created here and after. Do we want dark or light armor? That's the question. I thought I had an answer yesterday. I thought when I stared at this for like an hour, I got off stream and I hung out on Discord for like 2 or 3 hours with Mendari. Just like catching up and talking about projects and stuff like that. And for most of that conversation, I was staring at this piece of art. Trying to figure out if I want dark or light. I think I decided on light because it just makes better contrast. It just makes for better contrasts. Right? It like complements the hair. It complements a bunch of stuff. More reasonably realistic than like the dark patina. But man, that looks good. The dark blue night sky, we can put some sparkle kind of into it a little bit, so it looks like it has kind of that stardust effect going on. Yeah, just full RGB. Netherlands banned phones from classrooms, not by school rule, by national government rule. Really? Seems a little heavy-handed. Whatever, man. I guess you still got books because giving them laptops would be a bit counterproductive to that rule. Yeah, I guess. Maybe it works. I don't know. Sounds crazy though. Mild school will be the last to switch. The school doesn't allow any electronics, even a digital watch. My college is better. They allow electronics, but not in class. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, my parents when they bought me my phone when I was in junior high. It wasn't because like I wanted a phone. It was because they wanted to like be able to call me if there was an emergency. So I don't know. That was or they wanted me to be able to call them if there was an emergency, right? So it wasn't much of a fun device. But like, to be fair, my phone was a flip phone that had 2 games on it. It had Snake and Brick Breaker. That was it. So it wasn't like I was sitting there distracted on my phone in class, but I do remember playing my Game Boy Advance in class quite a bit. Yeah. I was such a bad student. Oh my god. Man, even in college. So in college, I sat at the very back left of the room. In the very back. And I played Warcraft 3. I played Warcraft 3 all class in my color theory class. I played Warcraft 3 all fucking day. Yeah, it was a thing, man. It was Natalie would be curious to see that Natalie colored. Yeah, it's an older piece, so I probably won't. You know, this is much older, much more. Yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't ever go back to these old pieces and color them in or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. We just do the dark armor. Those are the best games, though. No ads and mobile games for free. Nothing beats it. Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing, man. I think we have to do the dark armor. I think I just go for it. I think we just go for it. We just do the dark armor. I gotta ask Ella what she likes and what she prefers, but Ella also wouldn't have an opinion. Ella, whenever I ask her what she wants for her character, she just asks me to make a decision based on what I think is better. So which is fair, I guess. You know. All right, we'll settle on dark. We'll send it. Full send. It's gonna be very difficult to paint out, but I'm up to the challenge. Scope out our colors a little bit more, and then we'll begin to paint it out. Kind of getting like Final Fantasy Dragoon armor vibes out of this. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but it's a thing. That's what we got. It was not the chromey kind of like bright armor thing I was expecting to do, so interesting challenge. I have to do a lot of core shadows and reflections on it to really sell it, but I believe. I believe. Believe in effort is what I believe in. Nothing like trying something new and challenging myself a little bit in the name of some cool ass shit, hopefully. And if it doesn't work out, we always know we can back out, whine about it, and then just do the other armor style. Say it looks better. And say it was intentional all the whole time, and I was just trying it out, right? Yep. What I joined to? Painting. We're trying to finish up our Astral Knight character for one of my players for when we get our new game started. That's about it. About all. Nothing crazy. Yeah, this is gonna look okay, I think. Gonna be super heavy with some of our reflections, though. Here and there, like our edge lights are gonna be really bright on this, and then our spot lights are gonna be bright too. So this is gonna be a bit of a challenge. I don't know. I'm up to it. I feel like I'm ready. I'm anxious, but I'm ready. Nothing crazy. It's a piece of art. I appreciate that. We're trying. Okay, we're trying. We gotta sell it. We gotta make sure that the players know that Astral Knights are unique to fighters and paladins and other heavily armored classes. We have to make sure that they understand what they're dealing with. The uniqueness, special aura. I don't know. At a certain point, I'm just talking out of my ass. Let's face it. Okay, we're gonna try and render out like one piece of armor fully, and we'll see where we get. See what it looks like with our edge highlights and everything. Though the difficulty is going from like good to overdone is going to be a very slim margin, so I'll be really careful. It's gonna be a challenge. I think though we should still be able to get to the end of the day. I do want to have everything ready for when their game starts. I want to see if I can draw this character, and then if I can draw Dashto's character as well. I don't know if he's going to play the same paladin, though, or not. To be fair, I don't know if we're going to play the same characters in the same game, because one of my players had was in a bad car accident about a year ago or so, and she got really, really bad concussion. She's had like certain like memory issues. And so she has a hard time remembering what we were doing if we take too long of a break. So I worry that we would have taken too long of a break for her to sort of like be on top of what was going on in the game. So I fear we need to start a new campaign, a new game altogether. For her sake, at least. That's not bad. Okay. I've been finding the balance, right, between too much and just enough for our highlights and stuff. That's our goal right now, anyway. Not our whole goal today, but certainly our goal for the immediate. I think what doing very dark armor is it's like it kind of just removes a lot of the midtones, you know? Like either very dark or very bright steel. Not a lot of like that kind of like middle gray that you do generally sort of leave for metal. Leaves a lot of it obfuscated. You can kind of get away with adding a lot of detail without trying very hard, though. When you have very dark armor like that, right? Like most of it's funny because like 90% of the lighting work we did on it was that like really quick lighting pass that I did yesterday. That just got like a couple of shiny spots, right? Like it doesn't need a lot, you know, nothing crazy like that or whatever. Wait, why did my chat just disconnect? What the fuck? You said welcome to the chat room. What? Okay, hold on. All right, never mind. Probably fine. As long as stream's still good, I ain't gonna worry about it. It did that a couple times yesterday, and every time it does it, it freaks me out. So I'm worried that I just disconnected or some shit. I don't think it's a problem, though. It's just like a Twitch issue. I just don't like it. Makes you nervous. Just been weird lately. Yeah. Fuck. Twitch, please. Alright. We'll do piece by piece. Armor by armor. Finger by finger. Highlight by highlight. It's kind of nice that it sort of fades into like a darker desaturated black instead of like a brighter, more saturated blue. It's like unintentional things on this that I'm really happy that happened. Sometimes it works out like that. It's happening to me lately too, really? Just like randomly says like welcome to chat or whatever. Because that used to mean that you just DC'd. That's what it used to mean when Twitch used to do that. I don't know what it does now, so. Okay, I need to go get a new water. So I will be right back. Whilst I'm gone. You know, it's fine. I probably deserve an uprising today. Let's face it. Let's be honest. Okay, maybe 2 minutes. Ah, we're back. We're back. We're back with scuffed, ripped gloves. As you do. As you do. All right. I asked Ella downstairs. She said she liked the dark armor, so. You know, I guess at the end of the day, the boss is the boss. She likes it. She likes it. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me, bro. Ella's pleased. I'm pleased. Happy client, happy artist. Unless the client's wrong and dumb, in which case, unhappy artist. But I'll get over it because I'm getting paid. Isn't that how the saying goes? I could be wrong. I could be misremembering or mistranslating the saying. It's a artist saying from ancient Greek, actually. So, you never know. Just a little bit of reflective light on the bottom. Just a smidge through our metal layer here. Sounds right to me. Yeah, okay. All right, good. As long as I didn't misquote it. I believe it was Marcus Aurelius who said it. Marcus Aurelius, ancient Greek philosopher from the time of King Henry VIII. That's the historical. Yeah, okay, good. All right, I'm glad I didn't forget my history. That'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Hey man, I'm always happy to work with clients that want me to do good art, right? It's like when you work with a client for the first time, somebody you've never like even talked to or like interacted with all that much, right? Somebody that like somebody you met on like Twitter or some shit, so they like message you out of the blue. During the first revision, it's always so scary because you're just like, please don't be crazy. Please, oh god, please don't be crazy. Please be a normal person. You know? You send them that piece or whatever, the first approval sketch, the first conceptual piece, and you're just waiting, you know? They're either like, yeah, man, looks good. Great work. And you're like, oh, thank God. Or they're like, you know, like, hey, this is cool, but like, can we change some things? You're like, okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that. But like, people reveal themselves in that time. They reveal themselves, their true nature, you know? Ooh, not the direction I was thinking. I was thinking more anime, and you're like, God damn it. God damn it. Fuck. It was too good to be true. I thought it was fine. They want me to do something completely different, even though I spent hours on this. Shit. Don't tell me this is all in this layer. Okay, that's fine. Just the belt buckle. That's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Do you do environmental art? Yeah. I haven't done any. So I didn't do any environmental stuff for a long time, but I just recently did a painting that I'm very proud of. I'm very happy with. Boom. I just finished this this month actually. This is for like a location in my world for my D&D party that is it's like large rune site, and also the album cover for a friend's orchestral album that he made for our D&D game. So yeah, I love environmental work. It's just like a different vibe. It's a different mindset, you know, to do environmental stuff. And I'm trying to get back into it, but I didn't do like environmental painting for a long time, for like a year or two. I just like was focused on characters and concepts and stuff and like world building shit. But I'm super happy to get back into environmental work. It's like where I started as a concept artist back in the day. So for me, it feels very it's very like personal work, and I really enjoy it quite a bit. It's very relaxing, you know. A lot of things with characters are very stressful, But like environments, the thing with environments that I like too, from a world building standpoint, is that environments can change, right? Like they don't define necessarily a lot of things if you're just doing general environments for your world. But if you're like, oh, I'm doing a character and this character is from this organization, then you kind of define what that organization looks like, you know? So I find looking for environmental artists would be something you'd be interested in. I am going to be taking commissions. My commissions aren't going to be open until March, but yeah, I'd always be honored to help people with their projects. It's always a fun thing to do for me, is you know, take commissions outside of the normal character variety. So yeah, that'd be cool. Absolutely. When I know that most of the work I'm going to get whenever I like reopen my commissions, or the work that I do get when I open commissions, is always character. But environment's sick. I would love to do environment stuff. It's always a lot of fun. It's very rewarding, you know? So yeah, but that'd be cool. Pass your name to them? Sweet. Thank you. I'm honored. I appreciate that. Really. I mean it. I'm always humbled to be in the consideration for people for their works. So that means a lot. Thank you. You get a lot of character out already? That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of environmental stuff for my own projects coming up here, so be very happy to get those gears turning for stuff. Okay, remember, we're not over rendering this. I gotta be very careful. I keep almost trying to, and then reminding myself that I need to back the hell off. It's so nice to do actually this like dark style with our line work though, like in our line work paintings, because I don't know, I just feel like it really is very complementary to the line work, to the hatching, I mean. So don't let me over render it though. I need Thorkin to be on like render watch. I need him to be over my shoulder like some dictatorial art director waiting for me to over render some piece of armor and then slap me on the back of my head with a ruler. Remind me of my intern days. Like, your work looks great. Thank you, dude. Seriously, I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot. It really does. You have no idea how fragile the ego of a people artist like me is, and how far kind words go. So, nah, thank you. I really appreciate it. That means a lot. All right. Couple more highlights and then we'll be done this piece and move on. Kind of want to maybe go back once we're done our like first pass and everything and add a couple more core reflections and shadows and stuff like that, and highlights, but not our main like lighting highlights or our lighting pass. So yeah, I think it's good. I think it's fine. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you feel it? All right. All right, sick. Speed's getting pretty wicked. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'll try, man. Oh, Dashto, do you want to play Remington? So the thing is, I don't know if we're gonna play the same campaign or continue it, because I don't know if Jackie and I almost said Dimble. If the homies are gonna want to start a new one or not, because reasons. But regardless of, so if there is a possibility to either continue the current story arc or basically start a new one, more or less continue but start a new one, just like direction shift, do you still want to play your paladin, or do you want something different? Because Ella is switching to her Astral Knight, so she's switching to her Astral Knight, so it'd be a time if anyone wants to switch to do whatever. It would be the time. I suppose. Okay. All right. Keep this blue going. Do some of our highlights. When I was downstairs getting water, Elle was like trying to figure out ways she could make this armor. I wonder how much it would be. Like I have no idea. I have no basis for knowing like what professional cosplay costs. Like, I wonder, because Ella's gonna need to go to events and stuff and all that kind of stuff over the next year, like quite a bit. I wonder how much it would be, not just for the armor, but to get like the cosplay made. Actually, you know, just the armor, because Ella's one of Ella's like new friends is a professional seamstress, and she does like markets and stuff as well with her really cool stuff. So Ella said that she could help her with like the fabric part of things, but I wonder how much it would be to go to like a professional cosplayer or cosplay creator builder. I don't know. I'm not sure what the term is for somebody who makes cosplays, and ask them to make the armor, just the armor. I wonder what it would be. If it'd be like, you know, hundreds or thousands. I literally have no idea. If like armor, a couple pieces of armor is like pretty easy, it'd be like, oh yeah, it's like, you know, I don't know, a couple $100 or whatever. Or if it's like, oh yeah, that would take me like a month, and it'd be like thousands, you know. No idea where it would fall in there. Kind of continue the same character, but depends ultimately on the campaign setting and timeline. If not a Duskwatch Paladin, I could be a 95-year-old Alabaster Priest or something. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. That'd be sick. Got a lot to think about for it. I had a conversation with our dear bard the other day over Discord, so we should be playing sometime soon. I hope. I'm not entirely sure. It might be weird if there's anyone else that comes that joins in the game though to continue the exact same storyline. So it might be like storyline goes on a bit of a twist. Takes a bit of a hike, you know? Goes on a small exitlude, as it were. Duskwatch Paladin. Depends if you can make things really cheap or you can spend a lot. I've made a cosplays that cost me $20, $30 on materials, and I've seen people spend 400 plus. Yeah, okay, that's so like I have no idea what the like I never really pay attention to cosplayers when I go to like conventions and stuff. Never really get a chance to chat with people about like what they do. I had one person that I know that was part of a he like made a company or whatever. He was like one of my players. That made a company about it. I think they're Henchman Studios. Yeah, these homies. Maybe I could ask him actually. Because they do some pretty professional shit. I could ask him like a general how much is this shit, like where to go for it. Oh, well, rip. I guess fuck their website. Oh, that's cute. Old BlizzCon stuff. Yeah, some of this stuff's pretty crazy. There he is. There he is. Yeah, something like this kind of thing, right? This like armor. I wonder what it is. I wonder how you make it. I wonder what it's like. What's it made out of? What does it do? What is it is? What is it is the question. I don't know, man. Gotta figure this shit out. Gotta figure it by the summer. Elle's got her markets and events going on. We got a Ren Fair to go to. We got comic conventions to go to, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna wear though, because she's gonna be like cosplaying for markets. Obviously, I don't have to cosplay for any of the markets or whatever, or any conventions, but I do feel like I have to for the Ren Fair one. I got to dress up at least a little bit. I don't know how it's gonna work out. Okay, that looks sick. That's good. That's the good shit. That's what I wanted. All right. We're going in the right direction now. We're getting there. I wasn't sure. I wasn't certain. I was gonna give it the first, like, the top half of the armor of the body before I like really made a decision on what to do here. But this is I am pleased. I am pleased. All right. Okay. All right. I take a minute. Who's this character? This is my wife's character we're playing in an upcoming game, and her class is called an Astral Knight. An Astral Knight is a homebrew class that I created for my campaign setting. So I have to finish the class for her and the illustrious people that are looking forward to it in our Discord. And then also get it playable before we start our new campaign. So D&D, yeah. For D&D, we're playing 5th edition. But if I had my way, we'd be playing 3rd. God damn it. I really get my way, though. That is GM's life. It's tragedy, but it's what we deal with, man. I gotta figure out, because I really wanted to do player artwork for 2 of my players. 2 of my players, I really wanted to have character art for them done. Before the game started, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Ivan Blahart, Ivan Blahart, Ivan Blahart.
My Bluff. What's going on, my Bluff? How you doing? What's up, bro? How you been? What's projects doing? I saw what the fuck did you post on Twitter the other day? What the fuck did you... You posted some shit. I was interested. Yes. Your fucking your character sheet is dope. This is cool. I like this. I read through. I was invested. I think this is cool. This is a cool, like, I've never seen anyone post anything like this for their character or whatever, like little sliders. That was kind of cute. I like this. So, love aura, song, flowers. This is a fun little thing. That was a cool little exercise. So, and thank you for the 38 months. Holy shit, that's a long time. That is a substantial amount of time to stay subbed. So, thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot to me. That's a long time, Bluff. I appreciate you. Do you stream these games? I don't stream them on my channel. No, my home group is not super interested in streaming it. But right now I'm actually writing an adventure for my Discord, for the illustrious members of my Discord and Patreon and all that stuff. And when I finish the adventure, I'm gonna be doing a stream game for it. So I gotta find a couple players to run it for, and then it's gonna be my first ever stream game. So I'm very excited about that. But no, I don't play weekly on stream. I spend my streams world building and crafting and doing that sort of aspect of it, and art and all that. Basically just talking about D&D. I'm RPing as somebody who plays D&D while I'm on stream. There you go. Doing it right. In the research and development stage of creating my major project, working on some sketches. Ooh. So, McBluff, if you want to sound more important than your project should be, just tell people you're in pre-production. Okay, that's what you do. That's whenever you like talk to one of your like industry friends or whatever, and you're like, so what are you working on, dude? Like, how's your project? You just say like, oh, I'm currently under NDA for a pre-production project. It's like, oh shit, oh that's the big boy stuff. So yeah, there you go. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to whatever it is then. Whatever and whenever there's an announcement, I'm excited. Can't wait to see what it is. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully production is smooth and ideas come easily. It never does, but I'm still gonna hope it for you, right? Like I know better than to think that it's that easy, but I'm still gonna wish it upon you, alright? You know? It's like when Thorkin goes to a Sens game and I'm like, have fun. You know, I know he won't, but okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's 2 this week. Yeah, that's 2. That's the only 2 times I'm gonna dunk on the Sens. Okay, look, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I promise. Promise, I'm sorry. I just had to get it on my system. Yeah, I finished, I swear. I swear. Pepe laugh. Oh, God. It's fine, there's always Winnipeg. Okay. Long armor. So you know what I'm also trying to reference like the picture that I've got, the painting that I've got above my stream, the one from Guild Wars. Whenever I do like armor or whatever, I always like glance up at it, and I'm like, wait, am I following the footsteps of the great Kekai Kotaki well enough or not? I have to like remind myself what I'm doing, you know? It's an intense process, all right? Ooh, I like it. I like the way this is turning out. I'm glad we went with the dark armor. It's so funny. I spent, like I said, so yesterday we weren't sure if we were gonna do the dark or the light armor. I spent 3 hours on the phone on Discord with Mendari, and I sat there staring at this for that entire conversation. We were talking about projects and stuff and catching up and whatever. And I sat there for the entire conversation, staring at this piece, thinking about whether or not I was going to do it as dark or light, flipping between the two, all that. And I was so dead set, certain that we were going to go with the light. This is kind of funny actually. But then I look at it the next day. It's like there's so much value in not looking at your art for a while, and like letting it sit overnight. Walking away from a piece is like so important for me. I wish it wasn't. I know artists that can go like can straight shot through a painting. They can just like start it in the morning, finish it by 3, and they're done, or whatever. Like work 12 hours through, go 9 to 9. And I always need like a day or two to just like sit, think about it, to like let it disappear from my mind so I can look at it again with fresh eyes, you know? Also share some of the test pages for project in Discord. Ooh, okay. What do we got? What do we got? Where is it? Discord. Where are we? Test pages. Lol. Okay. Get wrecked. Where's the art section? Finished work. Wait, studies, progress, feedback. Where is it? All right, what do we got? Some test page. Ooh, the boy from the in-between. This is cool. This is neat. I like this, dude. This is sick. I like the rustic page vibe. This is nice, dude. This is clean, bro. This is pretty. I did something. I know. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna stop bullying Ella. Yeah, I did something. So I need to do something similar. Bluff. I need to do something similar. So check this out. I had I got Ella this book for Christmas, along with a bunch of other like. So I got Ella like an Astral Sage themed Christmas present this year, where everything was themed for like it was an in-world gift to her character. I got this big book, and I need to write in a whole bunch of like diagrams and like Astral Sage stuff to make it look like it's her character's like notebook, or like sorry, a different character's notebook that then she takes ownership for. So I need to do a bunch of pages that are like a similar vibe, right? Like notes and stuff and like lore and information about like how to play the class. Like I was thinking about putting the entirety of how to play the Astral Knight like mechanically in this book in like a sort of a in-world type scrapbook thing. Very much like with the same vibes you're doing. Obviously you probably do that stuff way better than me, and I definitely have a lot to learn from you on that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm really thinking about these vibes of like scrapbooky kind of stuff quite a bit right now. So this is cool. This is cool as shit. I really like this. This is like the margin designs, you know, having like text and like notes in with like, you know, your art and like integrated. Like this is the kind of vibe I need to go for this book. So I'm really impressed, and I'm inspired. I'm glad you do this right now, because I have to do something similar and probably not as good in the next couple of days with her stupid book before we start playing D&D. And I'm nervous, but this is awesome. This is inspiring. So fucking sick, dude. This is dope. This is dope. This is oh, God. Why do none of these crumbs animate? This is so disappointing. I added 20 animated crumbs, but none of them animated across on Discord, and now they're just sitting there. So all right, this is upsetting. Anyway, makes people happy. That's dope, dude. I'm excited. I want to see the rest of the project. You're gonna do great. You have a intense skill for composition design. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate your vote of confidence, even though it's probably gonna look scuffed. You have to add to the animated emote section. So the problem is, though, Dashto, is I didn't add them, right? So they are automatically added. They're automatically added from Twitch, and they didn't add the animated version. It just added. So now those emotes are stuck there, right? They're just stuck as non-animated emotes, which fucking sucks. I'm mad about it. I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm enraged. Look how angry I am. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm all those things. All at once. Okay. All right. Oh, Barrett, any idea how long it's gonna take to hear back for the album from whatever? I don't know. I was gonna say like Jeff's Corporation, but I actually don't know who owns Spotify. I thought it was Amazon. Is there a timeline they gave you? I forget if you mentioned it or not. I'm enthusiastically and eagerly anticipating it. Also, when are you uploading it to YouTube? There were actually like 2 people that requested the YouTube links yesterday, so. Even the blue reflection on the armor is incredible. It looks like it's concentrated moonlight. Ooh, wait. Are you saying it looks somewhat Astral Knighty, McBluff? Oh, shit. What a compliment, damn. Yeah, I was... Yo, that's what I like to hear. That's what I'm talking about. Hey. Thank you, McBluff. I'm glad it doesn't look completely scuffed. Because, like, here, I was originally thinking we were going to do lighter armor. Like, this was going to be the sort of the base of the armor. This was going to be the base. We're going to do light because I wanted to do a dark... Like, obviously, there's a lot of dark colors to contrast. So I was going to have her hair and her armor be super bright. You know? But on a whim yesterday, I was like, what if we tried dark? And I don't know, man. It kind of worked out. So it's an unexpected twist, as it were. But I'm glad you like it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm very nervous about it. I just want it to look good. I just want Ella to be happy. She's always so let down by her characters whenever I draw art for her. She's always so disappointed by the art that I make for her. It's always so crushing. Every time I make for her a piece of art and she's like, oh, that's nice. And I know she's trying to be nice, but I know she's really disappointed. She hates it. You know? Why do I hear something? Why do I hear something? What? I still want you to hate it.
I don't. I love all the characters ever come to me. They're all perfection. They're all stunning. That's why I have a wall of art downstairs.
Then why don't you want to put this one up? Why isn't this one up on the wall? No, but why isn't it up on the wall then?
It's not done yet.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Go back to whatever you're doing. Okay. I thought she was in the middle of doing something. I didn't think she'd come up and yell at me. I was just gonna relentlessly shit talk her. Because you know the rule. You're allowed to shit talk any mod that's not here. And I thought that Ella wasn't here. So like Blaze and Thorkin are off limits. Guapo, fair game. Mindari, Fox, Steph, Fishy, Bizzo. They're all fair game. We can say whatever we want about those losers. I thought Ella wasn't here, so thought we'd be able to talk some shit, but I guess I was wrong. Guess I was wrong, man. Be careful. You never know. You just never know, bro. Bizzo, Thorkin, Ella, and I are all here. That's why I say you couldn't talk shit about you or Thorkin or Ella. Oh, Bizzo's. Oh, yeah, okay. I had to put Bizzo in there, didn't I? Well, the rules are the rules. Look, I don't make the rules, man. I just toxically enforce them. Right? You talk shit about Bizzo anyway? Didn't Bizzo ban Evangeline? Didn't Bizzo perma her? Damn. What Evangeline did to piss Bizzo off so much. These mods and their power trips, I'm telling you. You get a decent amount of power in one mediocre Twitch channel one time, and you think you're the God King Xerxes. Crazy. Who's Bizzo? Bizzo is Miss Bizarro. Miss Bizarro. That's what I'm talking about when I refer to Bizzo. Bizzo's one of the mods. She's our regional regional Asia mod. That's her. We have to have different mods for different regions, right? Like Guapo's our European mod. Wolf is our other European mod. Blaze or Mendari's our America mod, and Blaze is our Corn mod. Right? You might think those are both America. They're not actually. Blaze is directly concerned with matters of Corn. We don't have a we don't have a South American mod. Eileen's our Africa mod. Bizzo has to moderate all of Asia as far as I'm concerned. She's responsible for just from one tip of Asia to the other. She has to moderate the entire fucking thing. It's rough, but you know, she's up to the challenge, I think. we got a worldly mod team on my channel, I'm telling you, man. Sounds like an absolute bitch. Jesus, Bizzo. Chill. Holy shit. God, man. I'm talking to Blaze again. What the fuck? I'll make a joke, but Blaze would be too corny. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna end my stream. I need to. I can't. I need to. That was. Alright. Okay. Alright. Never mind. We're good. We're good. I got through it. I just had to process it and breathe. Just, you know, just drink some wine, take a Prozac, I'll be fine. I'll be fine, man. How you handle your problems, right? No, it's just how wine moms handle their problems? Oh, that's fine, same thing. Probably same shit anyway. I make sure people are eating corn the proper way. What, the long way? Gotta make sure them good old corn-fed boys are eating corn the long way. That's true. I didn't think of it, but you're right. You're right. That's how you know, like the thing is, we have multiple Midwestern mods. We have multiple Midwestern like VIPs, viewers, you know, TDC members. But I think Blaze is probably the only real Midwestern mod. I'm pretty sure he's the only one that eats corn the long way. I don't know in Fishy's chat. I don't know if Fiddy eats corn the long way. Probably not though. So I don't know if he constitutes a proper Midwesterner. Where the fuck? Why? There's some voodoo going on here, bro. Something's happening. Okay, there we go. I found the layer. This is why I don't like having multiple layers, bro. I don't like it. I find the problem. But I found it. I identified it. Action emerge all this down now. I'm gonna work on one layer now. There we go. Get my selection layer, and then we have our actual layer. Ooh. Look at it. Okay. Keep going. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're so close to being so close to finishing this. I gotta do it today. I gotta finish it today. Otherwise, I let down my ancestors. I let down my VTubers. I let down my guild members. I let down my parents. Well, I mean, I already did that, so it's fine. Viddy isn't from Cornland though. Viddy is a Cornland neighbor. Well, you still think as a Midwesterner that he would eat corn the proper way, but you don't know. Probably used to draw. Yeah, Photoshop. Everything I do is in Photoshop. Though I might be rage switching to Clip if Photoshop doesn't figure out their problems with the color picker. Ever since I updated versions, the Photoshop color picker has been broken, and it's starting to really get into my skin. Now, I think Photoshop is better software than Clip by a long shot, and it works for me, you know. But I might be willing to switch just out of the rage of the color picker not working. I could be convinced to be that petty. It's happened before. It could happen again. It completely disrupts my workflow to have to like go in and manually select a color like out of a different menu, you know? Such a piss off. Remember Adam Duff raging about that ages ago? I know, it's still broken, dude. It's still broken. I don't think... Is there a new Photoshop update? Hold on. Is it auto update? Hold up. Apps. Uh, 90 plus notifications. Jesus. One update available. What is it? Photoshop update available. Okay, we might be in luck. We might be in luck. I don't want to do the update midstream because that's a recipe for destroying the rest of my stream, having to restart my computer and just crashing everything. But as soon as my stream is over, I'm gonna click this update button and we're gonna see if it fixes the problem. So yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. How you been drawing for, and do you take commissions? I've been drawing for a long time. I've been drawing basically my whole life, more or less, give or take a couple of lifetimes. And I do take commissions. My commissions are currently full though right now, so I'm not gonna have commission slots until like sometime in March probably. I don't know when exactly, if it's gonna be early or late March, but I'll probably open up like 4 or 5 slots in March. We'll see. But I do take commissions, so it's just whether or not I have room. So I never like to make any promises, but yes, I do. One of the most fun things that I get to do as an artist, I think, is draw stuff for other people's D&D games and whatever else, you know? We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it fixes it, Thorkin, and then I don't have to complain about it. Because yeah, I remember Adam Duff complaining about it too, and I don't actually know what he did. Like, I don't know if he went back to an old version or whatever, but I don't know if he's still just like using an old version, just like forcing it. Or because like what's weird is basically Adam Duff said use an old version, but I can't for some reason. It does, like Photoshop or Creative Cloud doesn't give me the opportunity to use an old version. I tried to download one and it didn't work for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what was up with it, but it was very, very strange, kind of eerie, to be honest. I didn't like it. I felt like I was being trolled. Maybe I'm being trolled. Maybe there's some Photoshop, Adobe employee watching my stream every day. Just waiting for me to get mad. Yeah, upset the balance in some way. Maybe I said something one time on my stream two years ago. I pissed them off enough. All right, you know what we need to do? We need to go do our background thingy. We need to change our background, don't we? Ooh, what do we do for our background, though? Do we just do our dramatic, color bar thingy? Like we did for her other character? For Amelia? What do we do for Amelia? Hold on. For Ella's other character. Yeah, dramatic color bar. Or whatever. I mentioned being trolled. God damn it. God damn it. I regret everything. Probably something like that, just for character design purposes, right? Maybe like a shadow or whatever to ground the character. I don't know yet. We're not that far. Okay, so we finished the armor, I think, for the most part. Oh, sparkly shit. That's right. Sparkly shit. I forgot. We're gonna add little sparkles to the armor. That's what we're gonna do. Little glittering flecks of light. Little stardust type things through the metal. It's funny because with Astral Steel and Astral Knight armor, the little lights and flecks and stardust things actually change, reflecting the night sky. You are perceptive as a knight. You'll notice those changes over a couple weeks. I'll put those glowy spots as well in the dark so that we really emphasize the fact that it is a glowing bit, not just a light reflecting. Not a glow more, but an actual light source. But we're using a more saturated blue as well. So we can really give it that sparkly, pretty effect. So that means Ella needs to, when she makes this, to make fiber optic LEDs all over it. Or whatever. You know? The red velvet cream cheese cookies were with melted white chocolate went well. I made 40 and they were gone 5 minutes. I did see the pictures in Discord. They looked really good, dude. Excellent work. Good job. Said wait for a second. You started replying. So how long and commissions? Oh, I've been basically drawing my whole life, and yeah, I do commissions. Currently full up, and I probably won't have slots till late March. So that's kind of where I was at. But yes, I do. Been drawing basically since I was old enough to hold a pencil. The first time I was able to like pick up crayons or whatever, I started drawing. My parents were like, "Ah, shit, he's gonna be an artist. God damn it." They knew. I never like had a moment where I decided I was gonna be an artist. I just sort of like knew that that's what I was gonna do for my life. So it's hard not to say whole life when people ask that. All right, we have sparkly astral steel now. There we go. I dig it. I dig it. I think it adds to it, you know? I think it adds to it. I gotta figure out what to do with the cloak, though, because I was gonna do that sparkly astral stuff in the cloak, and now we can't. So, Google sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of my most favorite things to do is commissions for people for their worlds or D&D games or whatever. All right, man. What else we gotta do? There was like the idea of giving her eyes like the brighter sort of glow through it, you know? That like astral aura glow, you know? If we like completely like zone them in, how that would look. That's kind of cool. That's a cool effect, though. I don't know if I like it, but it's a cool effect. We'll try it. So our sages and knights, some of them have those glowy blue eyes. It kind of helps that effect, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. All right. How are the Astral Steel variants? I mean, they're only produced at the one place, at the one temple in Eastern Teleria. So they are extremely rare. You know, there's only basically enough gear to go around for all the Astral Knights. They melt down or deconstruct gear from fallen knights and to replenish the order. They don't have a large like massive armory reserve or whatever. Being an artist is badass. I wish I could draw the well, but I guess that's why we can pay the pros. Listen, it's not impossible. It's not out of reach for people to if you have an interest and desire to learn how to be an artist, like, you know, be able to draw your own stuff. It's definitely within reach. I think people underestimate how fast they can become really good at art, and they overestimate how hard it is to get, like, you know, to a place where they would be happy. When most people would be happy. So, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Do you think the Photoshop would be a good tool to start drawing art, or would you recommend another art program for beginners? No, I'd recommend Photoshop. Like, I think Photoshop. Well, okay. Yeah, actually, hold on. No. Let me back up. I wouldn't recommend Photoshop for beginners, but not for the reason that you're probably thinking of, Rock. I wouldn't recommend Photoshop for beginners because it's expensive as fuck. And like the nuance of why I think Photoshop is worth the price is partly baked into some of the advanced tools and like advanced color picking and advanced AI. And when I say AI, people forget that like Photoshop has been using AI for color picking and mixing since like the 90s or whatever. You know, I'm not talking about generative AI, but Photoshop's AI insofar as how they pick and mix colors is better than basically every other program I've seen. Maybe Rebel could have something again like up there with it. But the problem is like unless you're using your tool at the level where you notice the difference and you're like, man, I wish I wish Procreate or Clip could do this. And it's like, that's where Photoshop is there for you. But I think that for most people, it's not worth it. You know, like what is, I don't even know what I'm paying every month for a Creative Cloud sub plan. I don't even know what I'm paying for it, to be honest. Creative Cloud is compare plans. Let's see. That's what it is. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Well, there you go. So that's $80 Canadian a month. I think that's 50 US. So you can get Photoshop for 25 a month, or I think this is probably about $20 US. So if you just want Photoshop, there you go. That's not bad. It's still a lot though. You know, or there you go. Photoshop, $30 a month. So you can like Creative Cloud is useful for me because Creative Cloud comes with Illustrator, InDesign. It comes with the video stuff if you need it, like After Effects and Premiere, or like the Dreamweaver or whatever other web stuff you want. But the thing is, Creative Cloud also comes with things like Adobe Typekit, right, for graphic design stuff. If you're a student, actually, if you're a student, you can get all of Creative Cloud for $25 a month instead of for K, which is like the same price as Photoshop. So if you have a student email somewhere, if you're a student of some variety, you can get it for a pretty good price. But otherwise, it is $80 a month for the whole thing Canadian, or $30 a month for Photoshop. And the thing is that like, Clip is right. Like Clip is $50 US. $50. So like Clip, I think, is 85% the tool that Photoshop is. And it's like for a one-time $50 purchase versus, you know, $25 a month or whatever it is USD, like it's a lot, man. That's a lot. So the reason why I don't recommend I wouldn't recommend Photoshop as a beginner product, not because it's not beginner friendly, but just because I can't in good conscience recommend it against Clip, which is it's mostly the same product. It gets you there in a lot of ways. Some people prefer it, and I think that's fine. You know, the thing is, Clip fanboys are usually disgruntled Adobe. Like the problem is when you hear people talk about Clip, so often the reason somebody doesn't like Clip is because they can't afford Photoshop, and it's like one of those like mad cause bad things. Very rarely does an artist actually like the only real opinions that I really respect on Clip are artists that are financially well, you know, stable enough to afford both and choose Clip, right? Like for instance, there's an artist I follow on Twitter. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's Spanish. I don't know how to pronounce Spanish names, but yeah, he uses Clip. So his work, I probably shouldn't scroll too far on his page, but his work, his comic book work, he uses Clip, and he loves it, you know, and so good for him, right? So this is an artist that I would respect the opinion of about why he prefers Clip over Photoshop, and he does for various reasons, you know, but I think a lot of it's also just comfort, which is respectable and fair. But a lot of people who say that like Clip is the best thing ever are just mad because poor, you know, which sucks. I get it, but it's like I would like a real opinion, not just Photoshop expensive, Photoshop bad. So you might even find that if you use Clip for a while, you prefer it to Photoshop when you try Photoshop. But for me, I definitely still prefer Photoshop, but I still think Clip is the better beginner product because I can't like this, like 1 month, like 1 month of Creative Cloud is more expensive than all of Clip. Now, to be fair, that's unfair. That's unfair because Creative Cloud is way bigger. But 2 months of Photoshop is the same price as Creative Cloud forever. To be fair, I don't know what this fucking EX version shit is. I don't know what this dog shit garbage is. But $200, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to get into it, Rock, I just There's also free products if you want to just jump into it, but I don't think $60 or $50 US is too much to ask for. You know, if you're into digital art and you have the products required to like do digital art, I don't think an extra $50 is too much of an ask, but maybe it is. I don't know, bro. I don't offer Discord for subscriptions. That's why they retain you as a buyer. That happened to me when my price was gonna skyrocket back up and I was gonna cancel. Yeah, and a lot of people are lost on Adobe because of that. And you know, if Adobe thinks it's worth it, I guess good for them. You know, but I can't say whether it's the right thing, right play or not for them. All right. I need to do some color adjustments now that we're sort of done the majority of our rendering here. We're gonna try some stuff. We're gonna experiment. We're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be good. So I think I want to add a little bit more color to her little skin tones, just a smidge. We'll add in a little bit of a little more color here and there. Some highlights and stuff. And we're gonna also colorize a little bit of her, add some color to some of the armor and stuff. We're just gonna mess around a little bit. We're gonna do those like finishing, those juicy finishing touches that are kind of nice to do once in a while. Just see how it goes. Paint around a little bit for the last, you know, I don't know, hour or so of stream or whatever. Eric Webb uses clip. What is an Eric Webb? What is E-R-Y-C? E-R-Y-K? C-K. Eric Webb. What is an Eric Webb? Eric Webb is Eric Webb graphics. Ooh. Well, that's cute. Yeah, very graphic style. That's neat. Yeah, look, man, if you're just like drawing stuff, like clip is fine for any just like drawing shit like this. Like you really don't get into using the strengths of Photoshop until you start doing things like, you know, manipulation, really advanced layer styles and shit like that, and brush mixing. Right? Like there's an artist, what's his name? Hold on. Let me show you an example of an artist that uses Photoshop and kind of needs it. What's his name? Is it Rutowski? I think it's Greg Rutowski. Yeah. So like, ooh, what did I just do? So like artists that are very classical and painterly, like Greg Rutowski, there's certain things about Photoshop that like mix brushes and shit like that you need to get a lot of these kind of effects. It wouldn't be, you can do a lot in clip, but there's some things that are very unique to Photoshop here. As far as like mixer brushes and shit that I know Greg Rutowski uses. So yeah. But like also, I mean, like I'm not good enough to be using these kind of brushes and make use of this kind of tools, like, right? So that's all it is. EX allows you to use it on multiple devices, I believe. Oh, okay, I see. So it's more of like a studio license. That makes sense. That makes sense. A studio license is good. Yeah, I just start doing portraits like these classical sort of like Rutowski, like, I don't know, classic like Dutch masters style fantasy portraits. I really like this kind of stuff. You know, it's very difficult to construct pieces like this, but it's also really rewarding. And you know, this like line work shit is like fun, and like the cross hatching and shit. But like I really want to get back into this kind of portraiture. You know, for me, this is where the juice is. This kind of stuff. So I need to get back to this style, and I might do some practice actually on stream next week. But this tutorial for this ship right here on ArtStation is one of the best tutorials I think that I've ever bought on ArtStation. And it was like $30. It was like a substantial tutorial, but it was very interesting. So Rutowski's a god, man. When I grow up and I'm a big boy, I want to be like Greg Rutowski. I want to do, he does a lot of traditional painting. He started trying to take some of his digital work, so like some of his famous digital paintings, like the dragon with the fire, this one, and like convert it into like a traditional, like do it traditionally, like redo it. I really want to start doing that. I really want to start painting traditionally like this with oils, but like, man, it's just so, it's so expensive, and the room that it requires and the space, it just requires such a big studio space. I just don't fucking have that here, you know? But I want to get back into this kind of like traditional oil painting, oil on canvas, oil on board. I'm more of an oil on board enjoyer than an oil on canvas enjoyer, but maybe I could be convinced to change my mind. But look at it, man. Look how beautiful this work is. It's all canvas. It's all oil. It's like real art, man. This shit's going to persist. It's not, doesn't be at risk of being deleted or whatever. Now it's at risk of being destroyed, of course. But there's something like kind of nice about the impermanence of art like that. You know? Some of the impermanence of art that's really nice, you know. Like sculpting is super cool to me. I'd love to be able to sculpt at some point in my life. Maybe when I'm like 65, I'll learn like marble sculpting. Make some like, I don't know, mediocre attempt at some great piece of work in my 70s or some shit. I don't know. A lot of the like if you want to pursue this traditional style painting, definitely Photoshop is probably the program for it, in my opinion. But also Rebel. Like Rebel is a sleeper program that seems like a lot of artists like. But the problem is that no one seems to use it. All the big artists that are like big traditional painters like Rebel, but they don't use it, which is weird. I don't know why. So I think that it's like sort of more of like designed and has a lot of features in it. I'd love to try. I'd love to spend some time in Rebel, because it seems really strong. They've got like really cool, interesting watercolor tools. You know, like I should tell McBluff about this, because like McBluff and Eiley both do really nice watercolor inspired sort of works like digitally. I feel like they really enjoy this tool set. It looks really powerful. You know, a lot of like the way the mixer brushes work in Rebel seems to be very sophisticated. You know, how much is it actually? How buy? Okay, Rebel 7. $100 Canadian. Pro, 170. What's the difference? Award-winning painting software which intuitively with an intuitive interface, it lets you create realistic oil, acrylic, and watercolor wet dry media artworks for individuals, on enterprise, and schools. 7 default papers and canvases included. 3 computers. State-of-the-art solution for artists seeking hyper-realistic behavior of various painting mediums, supported by the latest technology in the digital world for individuals, enterprise, and schools. 7 default papers. So this is literally better. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like that they literally have their advertisement is pay us more for a better tool. I kind of hate this. If I'm reading this right, I don't like this, because this implies that they're gating some of the power of their software behind an extra $70. But like, I guess if it's the good shit, then you just do it, I guess. This is cool. Realistic watercolor simulation, mixed media interactions. That I don't know how that would work out. Metallic materials. That's neat. That's kind of cute. Cool ruler and perspective thing. Path, so you can do vector stuff. Masking. That's not an advertisement. Don't pretend like masking tools is a fucking advertisement. Structures is interesting. That's just like Photoshop textures and shit. Consistent painting experience. Fractal image processing. Interesting. Transform and warp. Please don't brag about that either. Liquefy. Please don't brag about that. Stabilizers. Don't brag about that. Reference image guides. Okay, that's kind of cool. Record time lapse. That's. I wish Photoshop had something like this. I wish Photoshop could record time lapses. That'd actually be nice. You know, because I know Clip can do that. I'm aware Clip is for recording enjoyers. And yeah, I don't know. The tool looks cool, so maybe try this one as well if you want to do that kind of like style of painting. But yeah, I don't know. They don't really have like a lot of image like examples of like artists that like they have like this is cute. You know, this is all like traditional cute stuff, but like they don't have like really great artists doing this kind of stuff. I say okay, that's so funny. That's so oh my god, just as I'm saying that just as a piece by Craig Mullins comes up. Okay, that's cute. Craig Mullins is one of the like legendary artists of our like painters of our time. So If Craig Mullins is using it, that's cool. But I haven't seen Craig Mullins use Rebel for like any big finish work. It seems like sketching and stuff. So I want to see like the good shit, the real, like I want to see a Mullins massive, like huge painting, not just like a little sketch thingy like that. But I don't know. Rebel. It looks interesting. It looks promising. I just you know, I'm not gonna spend. Maybe I should try the trial. I'm not gonna spend 168 fucking Canadian dollars on new painting software, right? Is there any completely free software you'd recommend? I don't know, actually. I mean, I know a lot of people use like Kirita. I think is the one that people like. Is Kirita free? Kirita software. Or sorry, Krita. My bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Krita is free. Are they? I thought so. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a professional, free, and open source painting program. It's made by artists that want to see affordable art tools for everyone. Yeah, so this Krita's good. I know a lot of artists that use this, right? Yeah, it seems solid. People like this. You know, it's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's obviously not the premier, most formative painting tool available to mankind, but you know, it does most of what you want. I think like if Clip is 80% of Photoshop or 85% of Photoshop, I think Krita or whatever is 80% of Clip. For most people, that's enough to like get started and like have some fun and start learning fundamentals and practicing and doing cool shit, you know. But like I don't have any experience with this because I just, you know, I never learned I learned on Photoshop. I got to class on the first day of my digital art programs or courses in art school, and they're like, great, you better show up with a $2,000 MacBook Pro, a $1,000 Adobe Master Collection, and a $500 tablet. You're like, okay, I guess, you know. So we showed up with that, and that's what I just used ever since. You know, I've expanded out a little bit. We tried some other things, like we tried a pro software called Metabang. I don't know if Metabang is still good, but Metabang I believe is free. I could be wrong. So I tried this for a little while when we were in school, and it was cute. I think Metabang has changed their brand to be more tablet oriented. Like as a Procreate sort of competitor, because like Procreate is good, but it's I don't know, it's not my favorite. Yeah, down at the App Store. Okay, yeah, so Metabang is designed for mostly like comic. This animation stuff looks pretty cool, but mostly for tablet usage. So I guess if you don't have like a PC based setup and you prefer like a mobile setup, on your iPad, then I guess you can use Metabang. This looks very similar to Procreate. Very, very similar. I'd be curious what's better, like what's better software, Metabang versus Procreate. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a ton of experience with that kind of stuff because like learning software is a lot of effort, and you know, you don't always have time for that when you're working and doing shit. I certainly don't always have time for it, even though I wish I did. If I had like, it's like if I had an extra like 10 hours 1 month to do whatever I wanted, I would do a personal project. I wouldn't learn new software. So, we did ban our, wait, we did our ban quota for the day. Did we? What did we do? I don't remember. Shit. I mean, I must have missed it, I guess, Thorkin. Fuck. The classic poor paywall, yeah. Yeah. You only actually mix up to 3 colors, but if you pay us extra, it'll mix up to all the colors. Yeah. Okay. Wait, mod chat? What did I miss? That's hilarious. that's hilarious. Man, the mods work hard, bro. They work too hard. Sometimes I worry the mods have to work too hard, man. It's not, it's unfair. It's not right, but okay. I wish I didn't read that. I feel icky. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna try a couple things. We're gonna mess around a little bit. I'm gonna do some color adjustment stuff here. Just to mess around a little bit, okay? Make a new layer, copy everything over so we don't fuck it all up. I wonder if we did the glowy stuff that we were gonna talk about doing for our Astral Knights. Probably gonna look a little dumb, but yeah, like, because our night we talked about having like a super bright glowy, you know, background for them or whatever. But I don't think it. Nah. I don't want to go too colorful in this. I don't want to go do anything ridiculous because I want to just kind of keep it all pretty muted, pretty dark, pretty monochromatic. Just a couple little adjustments we got to make here and there. A couple little things we got to just add some warmth to or whatever. A couple little areas, little flecks of variation here. You don't want to do anything too much. This is the part where I stare at it for 5 minutes and then I decide that I don't like the 3 brush strokes that I made. Finishing pieces is the worst. It's really the worst. You get like 95% of the way there in the first 10 hours, and then you spend the next 2 hours in the last 5%. I complete the rig all things? No. Apparently people just being cringe in Discord. Yeah. People being cringe and silly in Discord, that's all. That's fine. Some people don't read the rules, you know. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. The mods are just doing their job. The only thing I work hard on is my painting. Are you painting right now? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you guys are doing in Discord? It's like this really weird thing that happens with warm and cool colors in this piece. It really kind of got thrown off with our like Final Fantasy XIV blue Dragoon armor. I kind of don't hate it that much. What's in this layer? That's right. Little finishes. So there's probably like another couple of minutes of adjustments that I need to do on this piece later on, but I think we're done. I think we're good. I think we can sign it and call it good, man. I think we can sign it. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Oh, I did. Right, because this piece was finished last year. Ooh, you know what's funny? We're gonna have the color version signed as 2024 because we're gonna it's like technically a different piece, right? It's technically a different piece. So we have the regular version signed 2023, and there are color versions signed 2024. Oh, okay. Done. Done. Another character for Ella finished. I said I would finish today, and I didn't lie. The haters doubted. They said I would never get there. They said I would never make it. They said I should quit and get a job at Taco Bell. And maybe they're right, but at least today, there is another painting for the illustrious patron of the arts, Ella Blackwood, is finished. The first color image of the Astral Knight is officially there. There it is, man. There it is. I feel like I gotta celebrate in some way. Let's face it, I'll probably just eat a cookie after stream. Yep. I'll probably just have a snacky. That's all the celebration there is. So, you know. Finally. Now, what we need a backstory because Ella doesn't know where her character is going to be from. She said Shattered Sea, but that could mean a lot of things. The Shattered Sea is a big place, dog. It's real big. There's a lot going on in the Shattered Sea. A lot of towns she could be from, a lot of places, a lot of locations. We have her be a city girl from Grand Crest. Born and raised. Well, she would have spent a lot of time at the Astral Temple. We don't have a name for it yet. I have like 3. I'm down to 3 names for how I want to like. So the problem is the reason why the Astral Sages and the Astral Knight don't have formal order names is there's called the Astral Sage Orders or the Astral Knight Order is because I'm trying to find a naming convention or naming structure that sort of references the old Eldari language. The problem is I haven't wanted to create the old Eldari language because I'm not smart enough to do it. And every time I ask a friend to help me with it, who's a language like expert, it's what she studies, she just gets mad at me because I make it confusing. Right? Because I'm trying to make the language intentionally lost. So it's like, how do you create a lost language in a world that is intentionally esoteric to the point where we can't properly speak it? You know, like you know, it's a vibe kind of like for our history nerds that like the Rosetta Stone is like the only way that we could translate ancient Egyptian. Because I believe that the Rosetta Stone had the same thing written in like multiple languages. I don't remember what they were. Maybe like Hebrew, some like Mesopotamian language, like a ancient Assyrian or Sumerian or some shit like that. And then I don't know the exact details, but without it, you would just, it'd be lost, right? It'd be lost. The understanding of how to speak the language is lost. And so the thing that I can't get is I need to find 2 different people from 2 different disciplines to help me build a language based on a fragile understanding of 2 different things. And those 2 different things are mathematics and languages, right? Because the language of the Eldari is a language, right? In that the glyphs that compose the written word are the Eldari runes, right? And there's a composition of spaces and extensions on it, right? That each individual ring has its own unique sort of like formation of character and description to it. But the thing is, the rings are also inherently mathematical. I think that one of the coolest fantasy things that I can do for Eldara is bring in a lot of the sort of the mystical universal mathematics that I really love. But I'm also not that smart, so I have a hard time applying it. I really like theoretical math and that kind of stuff, but when it comes to like actual like applied mechanics of math, it's like pretty difficult for me because I'm pretty stupid. I'm not, not that smart. So it's hard because I'm trying to build this language as like something that because I think that like the mathematics of the universe is like inherently mystical to me, and I like the way it sort of works in the vibe of mysticism of the universe. And so it's like, how do I associate that in a way that makes sense with a language that is lost, that people can't necessarily uncover? So I need to find sort of like, so what I need to build, okay, so here's the actual problem. I need to have a lost language no one knows how to speak, right? Or interpret, sorry. And then I need to have a somewhat less lost version of the language that was based off of a crude understanding, but better than we currently have of that lost language. So it was a derivative of that language. And then I need to base the naming conventions for the astral orders off of that language. That it in itself is sort of becoming too ancient to be anything but lost. So it's hard, man. It's like once I have that convention figured out, then I can just like whip the names out for all of them. It's not a big deal. But I don't. And I'm frustrated. You create a language that remove half the letters and the other half remains. Take 1/3 of those and swap one letter for the other character. Yeah, I think it's more. I think it's probably more. I don't know. Maybe is that someone that's Egyptian and Greek on it? Then it had 3 writing systems: hieroglyphics, demotic script, a cursive form of Egyptian hieroglyphics, and Greek alphabet. Right, it was Greek, not okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like, how would you have, how would you have interpreted the ancient Egyptian language any other way? I think that kind of stuff is cool. I think lost languages, lost cultures, lost tech. I think it's cool. I think I'm easily excited by sort of conspiratorial myths about history. I think that they're fun. They're fun little, I'm not so like offensively protective of the sanctity of history that I don't think that entertaining interesting ideas about like how certain things happened is like beyond the realm of a good time. So I like the idea of like, the sort of proposed theory that Egypt's a lot older than it is, right? Or that humanity is a lot older than it is. There's like these different cool structures and sites that are found, that there's like how do they have this knowledge of astronomy, in this era when we thought before that we'd simply be gathering together stone spears, I think it's cool. I think it's a cool little if it's true, that's cool, and if it's not true, I think it's a fun story. It's kind of like the movie the Da Vinci Code, it's like I like that kind of historical based like mystery. And obviously it's like, okay, well, it's based on history and it's not true, and I think it's still a cool story. I think it's still a fun tale. So whether or not those sort of interpretations of ancient history are actually wildly different, and there's some lost, Atlantean style civilization that taught the Egyptians how to build their pyramids, and that Egypt inherited great monoliths from beforehand, and that the pyramids were not built as tombs but some other thing. I think it's cool. I think it's fun, and if it's true, cool, and if it's not true, all right, it's a fun story. There's a lot of academics that are like, oh, you should never entertain these like other theories. It's not true. And it's just like, I don't know, what are you so worried about, man? What are you so protective of your sacred academia that you can't entertain a cool story, and I think it's just fun. So I like that kind of stuff. I like the idea of there being lost languages, lost civilizations, lost script, lost history. That I think that's, what I think it is. I think the idea of uncovering lost history is possibly one of the most exciting literary concepts, narrative concepts, maybe. Like there are not many cooler stories I can think of for a D&D adventure than like uncovering like a lost something or another. It's kind of like the old pulp novels, right? Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Lost World, things like that. Journey to the Center of the Earth, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. A lot of these old pulpy stories, these adventure stories, are about uncovering something lost, something beneath our noses that we didn't realize was, you know, was because it's almost an accessible frontier, right? It's sort of like the idea of, can you envision yourself building a multi-billion-dollar company and becoming a millionaire? It's like, maybe, I don't know, but can you envision yourself finding winning the lottery? It's like, that's a bit easier to envision. Not that I'm comparing, you know, directly, but it's the analogy is sort of like, I think, relevant, where it's like, can you think of like going to the stars in your lifetime and finding some crazy thing? It's like, maybe not, you know, but can you think about like uncovering some sort of subterranean cave structure that has some like lost creatures or whatever, or lost history? It's like, well, that's more accessible because it could happen, you know, a little bit easier with a little less effort in some ways than the other. But I think those stories are fun. I think they make great D&D stories, that kind of pulpy, you know, discovery or whatever. So what's reminding you of the Pigpen cipher, where you could do 1-to-1 translate character to a glyph using a few tic-tac-toe grid. Instead of the straight lines, use normal cipher. You can make the lines curved. Yeah, but so that's almost too simple, right? It's like, how do you? I don't want it to be cipherable, if that makes sense. I want the language to be more sophisticated. There are certain things in, like, that's where the math part comes in. So it's like, imagine this, Garth, and I'm gonna just describe it very poorly, that maybe you can understand sort of the I don't know what your like background is, but imagine, okay, I'm not smart enough to elaborate on this, but I have sort of a vision in my head, and I know it's gonna sound dumb if you don't sort of know where I'm going with this. Imagine a language where the primary construction of linguistic concepts or communicative concepts are based off of prime numbers or some sort of universal constant. So the cipher to develop the language is not based off of an English alphabetical cipher that is like in any way a squiggly line to a different glyph or a different letter, but the language itself is built off of like universal concepts of like the natural world, right? It's like the idea of I forget who it was. I think it was Carl Sagan saying that if we were going to communicate with like aliens, the best way to do it, and this actually came up in a Star Trek movie, the best way to communicate with them would be through mathematics. Or it was even the plot of a Stargate episode. Now I think about it, it was the plot of a Stargate episode. The language is based off mathematics because math is like a universal language. It's a language that no matter sort of what you speak, these concepts are true. And concepts of the physical universe and relativity and all that stuff in physics is based off of this language of math. And so like, how do we invoke that in a way to form a language that we are trying to rip from this like sophisticated universal mathematics into a language, as opposed to just creating a cipher that's just very difficult to like, you know, to construct. It's why I can't talk to my linguistics friend about this, because she's very much like, hey, you need to sort of base this off of like one of our existing writing systems, you know? And I'm like, but I want to base it off of math. And she's like, I don't know math. And I'm like, okay, well then I guess we're screwed. And she's like, yep. So flatter's my bread and butter. Yeah. Don't go too far. You'll fall off. What if the language cipher is a separate functional language? That's a cool idea. Yeah. Speaking binary, I learned binary once because I wanted to be, if I am the kind of person that likes to prepare for certain situations that people think maybe aren't going to happen in life, right? Like, I'm the kind of guy that's like, you should be in good shape so you can run. What do you need to run from? I don't know, man. Maybe you get chased by a bear. You're not going to get chased by a bear. Well, I do live in Canada, so, you know, I'm that kind of guy. So I think like a lot of people worry about what happens if I find myself abandoned on a desert planet, you know, and I get abducted by Jawa junkers, and I am being sold off to moisture farmers. It's like, I need to be able to speak binary, the language of or the language of moisture evaporators. Like, it's something that's a concern of mine, you know. So you're absolutely right. I should learn to speak binary and Bocce. You know, I need to learn Bocce, binary. I gotta speak Huttese, so that if some, you know, Hutt warlord in Hutt space wants me to be their translator, I can. These are concerns of mine, you know. I think these are legitimate concerns people should worry about. People should be thinking about this at least. You know, what are you gonna do if you find yourself stranded on a desert planet and are abducted by Jawan junkers? This is a concern for me, and in these trying economical times, I think for many people, you know. So they won't chase after you once you get to the edge. Yeah, you know. Once they see ice rock, they'll be like, nope, Nope. He's gonna fall off the edge. I'm not going after him. You know? That's all I gotta do. That's all you gotta do. I don't have any friends that are flat earthers, but I do have a friend that's a moon landing conspirator. She thinks the moon landing was fake. That's pretty cool. I like talking about it. You know? It's cool. Get her all riled up. That's always fun. No, so like the language is super complicated because it's not like people think about making up your own language. They're like, oh, the Tolkien whatever, you know. It's like, you know, we aren't friends, now we're brothers. It's different. It's more than friends. To a number-based glyph, I can point you to Cistercian number things. You can represent numbers from 0 to 999 in glyphs. But you could take that and somehow make each word a glyph based on how common it is. Glyph for 10 is the 10th most common word. That's interesting. God, I'm gonna sound really stupid because I don't have a full grip on this. So the way I envision the construction of the language, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's basically like, I have an idea. It's a poorly constructed idea that checks out with a friend of mine who's a fucking PhD math Andy. But basically, the language system is constructed out of vectors created via prime numbers. And I feel like the problem is I want to create a language that's derivative of that. That's what I'm kind of worried about, is the language derivative. But the way that the Eldari works, the way that Eldari glyphs work, is language is a loose term here, but it is a communication structure based on vectors created by like mapping prime numbers. And that sounds really dumb. And I'm not smart enough to make it sound not dumb, but it's a really cool idea that I really like. And I was working on it for a stupid thing for some time before Eldar became a thing. So the language that's derivative, the ancient Eldari spoken language, needs to be derivative off of less words and more concepts. So it's almost like that's an interesting idea to create like a number cipher like that, but it would have to be based off of like more like ideas and concepts, like you know, a sort of like Han Chinese kind of like proto-script or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Because I'm definitely not smart enough to explain what I'm trying to go for. And that's the problem. That's the frustrating part, is that I'm not smart enough to explain what I want to go for. But like people are like, oh, so you mean like a number cipher? So it's like the first thing is like the 10th letter, and then the 10th letter is the 13th letter, and you add the first and the second letter, and you get the third letter. It's like, that's like cute and fun, but it's not like the real meaty fucking nerd math shit that I'm going for. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it. I'm too stupid, man. I'm too stupid. I'm an artist. I'm not smart. I can't go to Yale. Ugh. I eat snacks. That's what I do. And watch Twitch. And talk to Bizzo about patterns and shit. I don't know. Or mathematical art or whatever. Yeah, math is cool. Math is really cool. I like it. There's like a lot of cool stuff that I think the more you learn about certain mathematical systems, the cooler it gets. The more fantasy it becomes. You know? Yeah, fuck, man. I don't know. Dothraki's cool though as language, you know, but like it's like you can create a fantasy language that makes sense historically, or you can make a fantasy language that makes sense like scientific. No, that's not the right word. I heard my name. Don't worry about it, busy. Don't worry about it. I just called you smart. That's all. I said your art is your paintings are very mathematical, and I love them because of that. Ashy, I'm too dumb. What do you do when you're too dumb to figure something out? You're trying to LARP as somebody smarter, right? I don't know how to do it. It's like, imagine I'm like a Master Duel player that doesn't know how to read paragraphs. Right? That's what I... So imagine I'm a Master Duel player. What is a vector when you're talking about that? Is it a combination of two numbers or more than two? More than two. More than two. It's a vector whereby the number is relative to other points on a grid of some variety. So it's like if you took the prime number mapped spiral thingy. Like, you know what's really cool? Here's maybe I can visualize this. This is cool. I love this shit. I love mapping number systems. I think it's super fucking cool. There's certain like ideas about like why, you know, like spiral galaxies and shit like that. Why things form in a certain way. I don't know. There's like I don't want to get into it too deep because I'm gonna sound stupid. But there's like really cool shit. I gotta figure it out, like how to word it a little bit easier. Wait, what? I just closed that and opened and saw Twitter open and saw this tweet. As revealed by 5 minutes ago, as revealed by the official Xbox Game Pass account, Activision Blizzard games will be coming to PC Game Pass starting with Diablo 4 on March 28th. Oh my god. Activision Blizzard Game Pass. Holy shit. Overwatch, Diablo, some irrelevant game, Warcraft, game for moms, and StarCraft. Coming to Game Pass. Wow. That's one of the biggest announcements in gaming, like, all year. And in years, sorry. Damn, okay. Wait, you posted me some math art? Let's see it. Let's see me some math art. I want to see some math. Where is it? Posted to Whip. To Whip. That's pretty. What's this called? I forget what this is called. It's like the oh, fuck. What is this? What is the term for this, Busy? It's like the something like the life something or the flower of life. Yeah, I know it's like a yogic, like, you know, symbol or whatever, found in like old shit across like Thailand, India, and whatever. I saw some really cool thing about how this concept is misunderstood because this concept is supposed to represent a three-dimensional idea and not a two-dimensional idea. What is it? Like three-dimensional flower of life. Like this, like, I don't know, man. It's cool. There's like some cool, like, I don't know, misunderstanding of the like flower of life geometrical structure. The sacred geometry design, the flower of life, is a 3D representation. Yeah, I don't know. I find this stuff cool. This is like very mathematical, like geometric shit. I don't know. I have to like, I don't know, fly out to India and buy one of your paintings someday, Busy. I want to put it up when I have Electronic Blur Arts Studio. I want you to make me a piece, like a painting. I want to commission you to fly out and paint something on the wall that's like a 10-foot by 10-foot design or something, you know. It'll be sick. Fractal, somewhere along there, yeah. You either play deck nobody else knows how to play, so they can't say you're doing it wrong, like I do, or you just intentionally do some things wrong, and people assume all your mistakes are intentional. Yeah, you just assume you're trolling. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's good shit. Whip, what about Nene? We deleted that channel. Got too rowdy. So like each prime number is assigned a specific meaning or concept forming the basic vocabulary of the language. For example, 2 might represent the concept of duality or opposition. 3 could signify harmony or balance, and 5 could denote change of transformation. and the construction of a concept would come by referencing different prime numbers, and you would sort of, but each prime number is a prime number, so the concept itself would be represented by the somehow either addition or division of multiple prime numbers on that graph to then create a very complex shape that has an almost indecipherable amount of like meaning that you sort of need to parse through from top to bottom to figure out each concept in itself is a cipher, because it's very much interactive. It's a great way of putting it, Knight. You're so much smarter than I am. Fuck. I don't want to get too weird and spoiler, because it's supposed to be a mystery for people to uncover a lot of this. But in some ways, the way that the Eldari runes work is very much the same way. So, for instance, you have the way an Astral Sage will compose a spell is they will sort of imagine aligning lenses to sort of change light. You know how you can align multiple lenses to focus light together, like you do at the optometrist, they did with like different light in like the, you know, Renaissance when they were trying to define or devise the sort of properties of light. So imagine you take a cosmic source of power. So the Astral Sages will take a cosmic source of power. Let's just say there's a constellation out there somewhere, and at this time of year that constellation is that way in the night sky, and you're aligning your astral atlas to like sort of compose a spell. To compose that spell, you would add a lens, a rune. You would add a rune, and you'd point it at that spot in the sky where you're getting this like infrared light of magic from, this like radiating magic that's just radiating out and doesn't do anything unless you focus it. So you focus it through one lens, one Eldari rune, and that Eldari rune focuses the power. Then you place another one behind it that, let's say, creates like a generation, like it generates matter, generates material. Then you focus that with a rune that sort of denotes like life in some way, or nature, or bio something or another, and then you add another rune in there that like sort of denotes that the magic is like filtered in a way that it becomes an aura. Suddenly you've constructed like a aura healing spell, like an AoE healing spell, right? So the way you construct your spells as a sage is sort of like a very, very rudimentary way that the Eldari language is constructed. The whole idea is that this power, this magic is so potent, so powerful, so unique, that if you understood the exact science of how to do it, you could create and destroy worlds as the ancient Eldari mythically did. And so these Eldari runes, when you walk through the world and you see these ancient Eldari gates or runes or whatever we say floating in the sky or crash down on the earth, these massive mile across, 2 mile, 10 mile across floating structures, these were used in the same way, in a massively sophisticated way. Imagine if a sage constructs a spell by applying like 5 or 6 runes together, the Eldari would apply hundreds or thousands and even in different sophisticated ways, whatever, that we just like don't understand now as Astral Sages. We as Astral, sorry. I'm getting into it. I'm getting into the game. I'm getting into the fucking lore. So you can imagine that if you could understand how to harness that and decipher this incredibly complex language, that you could theoretically maneuver the powers of creation themselves in the universe. And so Astral Sages, one of the key components of being an Astral Sage is trying to uncover the ancient knowledge of how to do this shit. Because what we do know, as far as like Telarians in the modern day, is that Telarians in the old days knew how to do this a lot better than we did, and then we stopped doing it and we forgot how to do it. And then we picked up the pieces again and started like banging rocks together in a way to create very basic Astral Sage shit again that we've begun to try and advance through over the last several thousands of years of Telarian history. And now where we're at, we're smart enough to know that where we started was not always where we were. And even where we were was not where the creators, depending on how you view it, depending on where you are in history, the elves say the creators were divine. The dwarves say the creators were mortal. The Mithara say the creators were a creator, a deity, right? That we know that, so it is like creating a lost magical technology on top of the knowledge of knowing that there was a lost magical technology that is derivative of a lost magical technology that is unique to divinity itself. So it's like pulling all these ideas through that you can create these little threads and slithered patterns back to the ancient origination of the universe. And so while you are summoning your astral magics, you are what makes an astral sage different from the wizard, different from the sorcerer, different from the druid or the caster or whatever. The caster that gets their magics from the ley lines of the world, the power sources that run through the structure of the core of the earth, the elemental, the divine, the demonic, whatever. How does the astral sage differentiate itself, and why is it cool? And I hope people want to play it, because playing an astral sage is very poorly understanding how to construct the literal foundations of creation itself. You are playing with the building blocks of creation, but you don't know what you're doing, and you're not doing it very well. So as you're playing an astral sage, I say that the astral sages are scholars, they're academics, they're monks, they're explorers, they're dungeon delvers, they're all these things, because every astral sage knows that within the buried places of the world, there are mysteries to be uncovered. There are ancient texts, ancient runes to be deciphered. There is a Rosetta Stone somewhere buried in an ancient city, forgotten about for thousands of years. And to me, the idea of playing a sage is to play a character that's deeply involved in the one thing that makes my world unique and cool. And therefore, you get to directly interface with the world in a way that's special and unique to that specific class. So, yeah. I'm either really smart or really dumb, and I don't know yet, I guess. So, what's up, Fishy? He tells me he's sitting back in his chair. No, I'm being comfy because I finished my night. I finished Ella's character, so I'm just chilling for a bit. I'm just relaxed. I'm basking in the completion of a character design that I'm very happy with. So I'm basking, Fishy. I'm basking. That's what we're doing. Describing 40 rune priest. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's an original idea. I don't know. I forget how rune priests work. Based on what you're saying, I have an idea for the magic system. All right, for casting spells, Sage has a pool of resource points for each concept for spell, AoE, range, fire, summoning, healing, etc. Casting spells, spending multiple resources from each of those pools and combining them to work. So I had an idea for that, similar to that, Garthen, as one of my first passes, but I realized that doesn't work for a TTRPG. The reason I don't think it works for TTRPG, and tell me if you can find a way around this, is when you create a resource system so advanced that it would be a pain in the ass to calculate the depletion of certain pods of the resource system, I feel like players won't like it. So that's why I want to reduce it down to the resource system does all that for you in your atlas while you're preparing your spells, more or less. And so you prepare your spells by spending certain amounts of your runic power, your runes, on a spell. So you, as a sage, let's say, start with 4 runes, 4 spell slots in a day. And those 4 runes, those 4 spell slots, you have single rune spells or 2 rune spells, or even maybe a 3 rune spell at level 1. Who knows? Where you can spend, you can do, like, let's say, like, you can spend a single rune spell for like a D10 damage. Obviously, it's gonna be different than that. Single rune spell, D10 damage. 2 rune spell, D15 damage. 3 rune spell, D25 damage. And so you're like, well, why wouldn't you spend 3 single rune spells? You're missing out on damage. Yeah, but you get to spend a higher rune spell to do all that damage at once. So it's kind of a choice that you want to make. Like, every sage will have that choice when they are sitting in front of a boss and they're like, I got 6 runes open and I have a nuke your ass, destroy your day, burn your book, kick your lunch, tray across the cafeteria, throw you in a locker, wedgie, call your mom spell, and it's 5 runes. Do I want to spend all of my spell casting for the day and drain myself in one mega amazing moment, one explosion moment, or do I want to pace my spell casting over the fight? It's a moment where it's like you could do this massive AoE spell, but then you're basically done if you don't have enough runes for it or whatever. But like 8 guys just spawn and you're like, maybe it's time. And I want to give sages that interesting sort of that idea of spending the resources and saving for really cool stuff, because I want you to have moment to moment spell casting as a sage where you can do crazy shit, right? Like I had kind of a Konosuba reference, like joke, half joke, not joke moment in our last game, where Rosa, the astral sage the party was traveling with, these like hyena-like creatures were coming across the savannah and they were running towards Ella, I think, and Dashto or whatever. And Rosa's just like, we're not doing anything today, right? And they're like, no, we're just traveling. She's like, all right. She like steps forward, cracks her neck, cracks her knuckles, does a stretch or whatever, and just holds her hands up, and this fucking arcing meteor of light just comes down, crashes down, and just blows up the entire herd of hyenas. And she's just like, I'm gonna fall over now. And then Ella's like grabs her and then like puts her over her shoulder, and Rosa was just dead for the rest of the day. So I want Astral Sage to be able to do that. I think it's fun. You know, you used to be able to do stuff like that in old editions of D&D, more so, not to that same extent, where you're useless for the rest of the day. I don't want sages to feel like they're useless, but I always want to give sages a nuke button. I think it's really fun if you have a nuke button. And I'll admit, it's probably not optimal to use your nuke button all that often. You're probably kind of throwing if you use your nuke button, but I think it's cool to have, you know? Like some Crimson Astral Steel Blade, that'd be cool. What if you had some sort of ancient artifact that was discovered somehow unknowingly, like, hey, the rock is pretty strong, let's shape it into something of it. They do that and find there are hundreds of minuscule runes inside of it, almost like a light-based microprocessor. That'd be really cool. I like that. My Astral Sage villain has a scene very much like what you described in the latest story. Well, see? That's why you're on top of it, Atari. That's why you get it, dude. That's why I love your stories, man. What's up, PZM? Yo, Jesus, the Eldritch Scribe. Oh shit, what's going on, Des? What's up, bro? What time is it? Jesus, isn't it late? It's not as small as microprocessor, perhaps the size of a baseball. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of cool though. It'd be cool to have like some like lost technology like that. You don't want a class that slows the game down more than a wizard who doesn't read their spells. Yeah. Oh man, imagine putting another wizard class in. Imagine. Oh my god. Imagine giving your players another wizard class and having to have another player try and read their 5 spells they don't know what they've done for the last 30 sessions of D&D. Top tier reference, yeah. How about normal spells, but you can add runes to add spell levels to those normal spells? Because I really want them to feel. I really want the runic system to feel like it is both your spellcasting bread and butter, but also your resource to empower. You know, but I don't know. Maybe that's dumb. I'm going to release the Astral Sage class the way it's written right now. If people like it, great. I'm sure people will have criticisms and stuff. The criticism I'm looking for is what feels cool. I'm almost going to, like, in some ways, I'm going to discount mostly all criticism I get that is like whether or not it's optimal or suboptimal or anything like that. And I'm going to be like, how does this feel? Like, oh, this is really cool. You know? And we'll see. Going on Twitch while I Hero Forge away. That's dope. You got a new game going up or what? You just making some minis? Astral Sage Spell Fence. They dump the nuke and then just sort up their opponents the rest of the combat. That'd be cool. I mean, you could do that as an Astral Knight, absolutely. Because the commonality between sages and knights is they're both going to be able to spend runes in the same way. So, like, as an Astral Knight, you're going to get your first. So, Astral Knights, the way I have it is you start with 4 runes as a knight, or 3. I forget, 3 or 4 runes. But off the bat, I give knights a 3-rune spell or 4-rune spell, whatever it is, a max power spell. That's like some ridiculous amount of like disintegration damage, melee disintegration damage. Like, it's like, why is this like a level 1 spell? It's like, because if you use it, you're basically auto attacking for the rest of the day, which you can do if you want, you know. But I like those nuke moments. I like that. I like those moments where you can decide if you want to spend all your resources or whatever, throw your bomb, use your fancy arrow, whatever it is, as part of your, you know, class. And I think that most players will be tempted to use their like easier spells and their more like paced spells more often, you know. But I like there being that decision, you know, that you can make or whatever. I just like Hero Forge for my character since I'm far better using Hero Forge than drawing. That's fair. It's a good tool. What was in regards to my post being denied? Whisper it to you? Wait, what? I don't ever check my Twitch whispers. Hold on. I need to go to a different window. Oh, I think it was just too long. You might want to break up your posts because Twitch sometimes just doesn't accept posts that are too long. Grammar structured around the principles of prime number sequences, sentence structures, and syntax are determined by the arrangement and manipulation of prime numbers. For example, the sequence of primes within a sentence might indicate the tense or mood of the verb. The positioning of the primes could signify the subject/object relationship. Exactly. And so the creation of the Eldari rings that you see on your screen right now is a reflection of a concept. The space, okay, I'm not gonna go too into it, but the space. I was in the moderation. That's weird. The space, the rings. It's fine, Ella. I got it. I already read it. The ring, the spaces, the amount of spaces, the size of the spaces in proportion to the other size of the spaces, the size of the like spikes, and the size of the spikes in proportion to the other spikes, all is ways of representing that. And I want to create a computer program that can visualize that, to build like a understanding, like a visualization where I could almost enter any sequence of prime numbers and it would build me an Eldari ring. That'd be really cool. But all my software engineer friends, I'll say it, they're too dumb to figure that out. All of them. I don't know a single software engineer smart enough to do that. Nope. Nope. My friend Mike? Dashto? Nope, too dumb. Ella? No chance. My software engineer friends? It's too hard for them, man. You know? Yeah, we'll see. Take that, man. How you feel about that? What's too hard? Yeah, yeah. What? That's right. That's what I guess. The runes have very specific measurements and angles. Otherwise, they're just doodles in the sand. You got it. And so, yeah. Yeah, the geometry of an Eldari ring, or an Eldari gate, or an Eldari monument, or whatever, is very complicated and very intentional. So, I'm talking about, Ella, I'm talking about making a program that would visualize a sequence of prime numbers as an Eldari ring. But all my software engineer friends are too incompetent. They're stuck in their Emacs and in their Python. They can't do it, man. They're not up to snuff. You know, I know one who I believe I could, but only one. Nope, he's not good enough. Nope, he's not smart enough. I know the software engineer you speak of, and I don't think he's up to snuff for it. I believe in him. Yeah, you can believe in him. I don't believe in him. Nope. Nope. Nothing pisses off a software engineer more than saying that you don't think they can do it. I'm gonna get him to do it because I'm gonna start questioning his pride and competency as a software engineer. The problem with my other friend, who's really accomplished software engineer, he won't do it, and if I say that he can't do it, he would be like, "Yeah, you're probably right," because his like success professionally is automating himself out of a job. He's so impressive. He's a software engineer that works for a big game company up in Canada, and his biggest his proudest like achievement is the fact that he's made so many automated systems that he doesn't have to do anything for his job, but he's the only one who knows how they work. So they still have to keep paying him for it. It's amazing. It's living the dream, bro. So anyway, we finished our night today. So I'll probably do a little 5-10 minute touch up tonight or tomorrow or whatever, because I never like to say that a piece is finished until I like don't look at it for a day or two. But it's basically finished. It's not like you're gonna see this next time and it's gonna be wildly different. But there it is, man. But maybe I should post this. I should post it. I'm gonna post part of it. I'm not gonna post the full thing. It's my daily posts. All right. Astral Knight progress. Astral Knight painting. Astral. Why am I capitalizing that? Capitalize Astral Knight, and then I Astral progress. Wait, what? Astral Knight painting progress. Maybe someone will like it. I don't know. Twitter doesn't like me. So. All right, there it is. There it is. We got it done. We finished it. We did the work today. Good job all around. Y'all tried really hard for this one. I know you guys really, really showed up for this piece. Y'all tried really hard, and I'm proud of you. Proud of the team. We all came through on this one, and we got there in the end. So good job, guys. Good job all around. I will see you all tomorrow for the official Friday request stream of February. That's right. This is the one. There's a very small chance I won't be live next Friday. So if I'm not live next Friday, then today or tomorrow will be the last request stream of February. Sorry, February. Forever. For all of 2024 until the whole New Year's come. But I don't know. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for chilling. Thank you for relaxing. I hope you enjoyed your stay, even if it's just for the day. Be good to yourselves. Go play some games. You deserve it. Today is D&D day, obviously. It is Thursday. So if y'all are playing D&D, have fun tonight. Go have some adventures. And if not, go play Baldur's Gate, you loser. You loner loser that doesn't have friends to play D&D with. Go play Baldur's Gate. I'm talking to myself, but right now, yeah. All right. All right. Talk to my friends. Farewell.